Last year, Kevin Martin won his first Canada Cup, defeating Randy Ferbey in the final. Today, he'll try to defend. His team went undefeated during round-robin play, but Martin lost the 1-versus-1 Page playoff game to Glenn Howard. However, he bounced back for a semifinal win over John Morris. So today, Martin is eager for revenge as he faces Howard again for the 2006 Canada Cup. The city of Kamloops has hosted many of the world's top male and female curlers in the 2006 edition of the Strauss Canada Cup. Yesterday in the Interior Savings Center, Kathy King defeated Jennifer Jones to claim the women's title. Today, the men's championship is on the line as Kevin Martin will attempt to defend the title he won a year ago against Glenn Howard. These two teams were the best in round-robin competition, and then it was Howard prevailing over Martin in the 1-versus-1 Page playoff game. So an opportunity today for Kevin Martin to gain revenge as he again faces Glenn Howard. Howard 4-1 to top Pool A, Martin 5-0 in Pool B. Morris and Ursel were the respective runners-up in the 1-versus-1 playoff game. It was Howard scoring on the final end, overcoming a 3-1 deficit to advance to the final. Morris defeated Ursel to set up the semifinal against Kevin Martin, and Martin took control early in this game. He was leading by a score of 3-1 when he pretty much put it away on the 7th end as he made this shot for 3 and went on to a 7-4 semifinal victory over John Morris. So Kevin Martin tries to win his second championship. He defeated Randy Ferbey, who had won 2 in a row, to claim last year's title. Glenn Howard has curled very well, and you're a familiar foe of Glenn Howard, and you're going to see him next week in the Ontario playdowns as well.
We are tomorrow, actually. Play tomorrow night against Glenn in the opening round. But, yeah, Glenn Howard's had a great week. Their only loss was against Randy Ferbey in the final game of the round robin, and it was meaningless at that point. They'd already guaranteed themselves first place in their pool, and a big win in that 1-1 game should give them some confidence in today's final.
Well, we've seen Kevin Martin make some tremendous curling shots, and last night, again, he had John Morris in trouble from the outset and pretty much put it away with that great shot in the 7th.
Well, we all know what a great team Kevin Martin is. These guys are proven to be successful, especially if they get a lead. But we've also seen them come from behind several of their wins this week. The game against Howard, they controlled that 1-versus-1 game right to the very last shot, and Kevin Martin just made a slight miscue. They're going to want to prove themselves today. They are the team to beat in this final.
You know, you think Kevin Martin at times is in trouble, and then he comes up with amazing shots. Randy Ferbey would attest to that in last year's championship game. And I think if you're going to look at a key matchup, Mike, it would be Kevin Martin against Glenn Howard.
Well, I think that's exactly right, Don. Kevin can win games by himself. Glenn Howard has lost the last 2 Ontario finals, and the question was he missed a couple of key shots late in games, and he really wants to prove himself worthy as he goes into the Ontario playoffs next week. But Kevin Martin last year in the final against Randy Ferbey, in the second end, made one of the best shots I've ever seen. He had a draw here for 1, very difficult draw for 1, but he chose to take a high-risk shot, made an angle raise double to take 2 in the second end. Now, you hate saying the turning points in the second end of a game, but that was just a huge shot, and it really deflated Randy Ferbey, and Kevin can do that to you if he's in the mood.
Well, we've got 2 skips who are certainly capable of making some great shots, and we look forward to seeing some of that tremendous shot making in this 2006 Canada Cup men's final. Kevin Martin against Glenn Howard. First stones coming up. In this Canada Cup championship game, Kevin Martin will start with last rock advantage. Even though he lost the 1-versus-1 Page playoff game to Glenn Howard, because he had the best record in round-robin play, 5-0, as opposed to the 4-1 mark for Glenn Howard, Kevin Martin gets hammer in this championship game. There was some controversy about that, particularly on the female side, where it was uncertain as to who was going to be playing in the final, and it was based strictly on the round-robin record. So Kevin Martin will have that advantage to start this championship game against Glenn Howard.
Don't want to go 7-2 on these guys. Good goal.
I anticipate a guard here from Glenn. He's actually going to go into the rings like early and wait for Kevin to throw the corner guard.
Plus, we start winning, we got to throw out peels, Richie.
You hear the players just
I'm a peeler now. Oh.
trying to keep themselves loose.
Yeah.
They do have practice ice before this final. They should have a good idea of what draw weight would be, how much curl there is in the ice.
Back 4 any good? Back 8? Back 12?
Craig Saville, the lead for Glenn Howard, with just a little too much on his initial offering.
Hey? First step, not the last. True. That's it.
Don Bartlett has been with Kevin Martin for what, 17 years now?
Unbelievable. He has been with Kevin Martin and successful for all those years, winning the 91 Canadian Championship with Kevin Martin. And he's such an excellent judge of draw weight. He's played with Kevin for that long that he can judge his stones just unbelievably well, and he contributes in that way to this team.
1997, a second Canadian championship for Don Bartlett when he was with Kevin Martin in Calgary. And of course, this is the same team that represented Canada at the Olympic Games in Salt Lake City, winding up with a silver medal when Kevin Martin, with his final draw attempts, just a fraction too far against Paul Trulson of Norway.
Same weight will be fairly close, a little bit more.
Employed by Canada Post, and they're one of the sponsors for the Kevin Martin team. I'm quite pleased that they're giving him time off to curl.
Looks like it's there. Need to see our tax dollars at work supporting Kevin Martin.
There. Whoa, then.
Ooh.
Whoa, then.
Short.
Whoa, lots of room.
And Don Bartlett has talked about taking a year off of competitive curling after this season. He suffers from a bad back and plays in a lot of pain often. You'll see him in the middle of games lying down against the boards, trying to stretch out those back muscles.
He made a very strong commitment to this team leading up to those playdowns in Halifax going for 2006 Olympic Games, and at this point, his injuries are really what are causing him to maybe take a break after this season.
Well, the front end, Brent Lang and Craig Saville for Glenn Howard, played with John Morris when he won the junior championships in 1998 and 1999. And Carter Rycroft in 1998 skipped the team that was runner-up to John Morris. Playdowns in Calgary.
Now, these two teams are very familiar with each other. Played each other a lot on the circuit in the last few years.
And they're capable of making shots just like the one executed by Carter Rycroft.
I think we're in for a treat today. A lot of talent out on the ice today.
And as I said in the opening, not just the big weight run backs. Both these teams have the ability to put on the perfect freeze or the very, very soft touch back 8 with a perfect line. They just have everything in their repertoire of shots to be made. So should be a great game today.
And both teams head home to participate in provincial playdowns. As Mike said at the start of our telecast, the Ontario playdowns get underway tomorrow in Guelph. And Glenn Howard's first opponent will be Mike Harris.
Actually, I was wrong. We do play a game at 1 o'clock tomorrow. Glenn practices tomorrow morning at 8:30. He's got his practice tomorrow morning at 8:30 in Guelph. And so we don't have to be on there till 10. Good break for us. And, of course, my team's already there, so big difference. But this Glenn Howard team's going to be going right from the airport to the hotel in Guelph and back on the ice tomorrow morning, 8:30, which is 5:30 here. So their bodies will not be adjusted all that well to the time change when they're practicing. 5:30 in the morning here.
And the Alberta playdowns get underway on Wednesday. And what a talent Leighton Fields
pretty good,
vying for the Alberta title. Kevin Martin, Randy Furby, John Morris, Mark Johnson, 4 teams that played here in the Canada Cup. Kevin Park will also be there. Field of 12, playdowns beginning Wednesday in Alberta.
Well, Alberta's got a wonderful system, and Saskatchewan's very similar, where the defending champion gets back into the field as well as the top 2 money winners on the tour, and you know, a lot of provinces are going to that system now. With so many events spread across the whole year, it really gives the elite teams a chance to compete more often against the top level teams, and if you're willing to make that commitment, it's a nice way to get into your provincial playdowns. Richard Hart would have liked that rock to roll about another 6 inches, but has left a double available for Don Walchuk. Don's made a few doubles in his career.
A few doubles, triples. A few triples.
A few quadruples.
Clayton 7 Briers. He was with Pat Ryan when he won in 1988 and 89. Trying to spill 2. Will he get them both? Just caught a corner of the back stone and nudged it behind cover.
About a half an inch from being perfect there. His shooter rolled completely buried, you can see, but didn't catch enough of that red stone to kill it.
Just over curled. Needed to get on the sweep just a little bit earlier.
Can't go there, can we? Where? What do you think? Can we go around, do we? Yeah, he's going to go around if you don't. Yeah, I like that. He originally called open in. Right up, Lion?
Yep. Well, for those who may not remember, Richard Hart played with Mike Harris in 1998 at the Olympics in Japan, a silver medalist, losing the final to Patrick Perleman.
There, isn't it?
Yeah, Richard's just a fantastic player, and
line only. Good. Close. No. Close. Only if you have to.
Just makes a ton of shots.
You got it. Whoa. Whoa. Pass the yellow. Only if you have to. Yeah, pass it. Whoa. Break to the red. Whoa. 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 On its own. Totally on its own. Whoa. Higher the better. Just freeze it. Yeah. Good.
Wonderful
Nice
shot to lie to.
You're scared of that rock now, eh?
Little fashion statement there from Team Howard, the white belts.
I think they're not allowed to do that unless they wear white shoes as well.
Can't see much. Top it out. Huh? It's a tough shot, man. It's very straight there.
Having played with Richard Hart, his in-turn tends to curl quite a bit, and it's a really tough shot here for Don Bartlett, a right-hander, going the out-turn to follow it down.
Well, a little bit. Tap it out. Oh, it is a straight line, man. Top it out, I guess. Play it tight, because it sets up a double then.
Very tough shot here for Walchuk. You can tell when they're debating whether there's enough curl in the ice to be able to get by that guard and tap the red stone with enough to have first or second shot. This has got quite a bit of weight.
Just past the guard.
Shot, Don.
And it is a good shot as he taps one stone out and rolls the shooter into the 4-foot.
Shot.
Now, the key here for Glenn Howard now is he has to be so careful.
Yeah.
Watch where this Yellowstone rolls to. It's going to roll right into the top 4 foot.
Roll out. Maybe we should go normal.
And you heard Richard Hart just say there, maybe it's better to roll out, because if we nose hit this
Definitely
shot,
better to roll
we'll leave a double.
Okay. Normal.
Kevin Martin is so dangerous.
Going under or away?
If you leave it
roll
nose
across,
hit.
but rolling out's fine.
This way?
Yeah.
Langer's way?
Because if I go into the side, he just runs those 2 in there.
Okay.
Very impressive credentials, as we pointed out, for both sides. Glenn Howard has played in 7 Briers for brother Russ, winning on 2 occasions, 1987 and 1993.
Shot. That's good.
Showing a
That's
lot
good.
of respect for the opposition, as Mike pointed out, was willing to risk
Throw,
rolling
not
out,
gonna
would
afford to
rather
nose it.
roll
No.
out than leave the double.
Throw. Actually came up a bit.
It did come up a bit. There was no way I was nosing it.
Yeah.
Well, Kevin Martin is taking a look. He wants multiple points on this opening end, and he figures that he has to play a run back, double raise to try and get those multiple points.
So he's playing a double tap onto his own and back into here. Looking to find a way to score 2 points. If he actually makes a shot, he'll lie 2 buried as well. Tough shot, though. But, you know, worth the risk of the outturn. The outturn come around is no bargain. And said the reward here is huge if he makes it.
Hard! Hard! Yep, hard!
Trying the double tap.
Right up. Whoa.
Look at this shot.
He certainly makes it look easy, though. Those are not easy to throw, and they're very difficult to call. Got to come across the top, hit the first one quite thin, and then with enough weight to remove the red stone.
Yeah, there though.
Glenn Howard trying to decide if the double's easier than the hit and roll.
That's how good he draws for 2.
Well, yeah. What do you like?
It's a very thin
I like
double.
the skinny.
It's a tough double. They're not set up really well, because you've only got a couple of inches to hit the top
Skinny
stone
double.
to be able to make contact with the shot stone.
Yeah, and he's probably hit about 2 inches of the top stone to make the double, and he still may not hit it thin enough to save your shooter. Great shot by Kevin Martin.
Well, as you pointed out in our opening last year in the final against Randy Furby on the second end, he made an extremely difficult angle raise to get to.
Whoa! Yeah! Hard!
Glenn Howard trying to eliminate both yellow stones, and he'll do it. But the shooter is also going to roll out of play, so for Kevin Martin with his final stone of this opening end, he'll just fire it through to retain last rock advantage.
Yeah.
But what shot making we've seen on this opening end.
I'm sure Glenn doesn't mind rolling out. What a great shot. Answers the call from Kevin Martin.
Couldn't leave you a wall.
Well, I looked, I couldn't.
Easy blank.
Well, some people might wonder why he'd go out wide like that.
Well, it's just a question of preference. The players know the ice well enough, though, so it's nothing to that shot at all.
So, great shots by the two skips, but it results in a blanket. Glenn Howard topped his pool during round-robin competition with a record of 4-1. He opened with 4 straight wins before losing to Randy Furby by a score of 7-4, and then defeated Kevin Martin in the Page 1-versus-1 playoff game by a score of 5-4. And with a great double with his final stone on this opening end, Glenn Howard prevented Kevin Martin, who just prior to that had made a great double raise to lie to. And Glenn Howard prevented Martin from getting on the board with hammer to start the game, but Martin will retain last rock advantage into end number 2.
Shot, Davey.
What was having it back?
It's a little better focus from Craig Saville, throwing his first rock through the game, not anywhere close. Yeah, I think he needed to settle down a little.
And we talk a lot about aggressive play, and you may wonder why Glenn Howard is coming into the rings. And there's always 2 things happen with the top teams. Either they'll respond with a corner guard or tap to the back of the rings. There's always going to be rocks in play. And quite often coming into the rings does not mean that Kevin Martin will just step up and hit out the end. Far from it, actually. He's just going to figure out which way he can try to generate his 2 points best.
Well, yesterday, if you were with us for the women's final, as Kathy King defeated Jennifer Jones from the get-go, a lot of stones in play on the opening end, and they continued with that format right through to the 10-9 victory by Kathy King. I think we're going to see a lot of stones in play on every end in this men's championship as well.
Gotta go. Gotta go. Gotta go. You like the pocket.
See Kevin just leaving it there, and he's going to play a freeze now. Use those stones as backing.
Joan, during the break, you made a very good point. They said a lot of pub curlers watch a shot such as the one executed by Kevin Martin, that tap back, double tap back to lie two.
Line's real good.
And they make it look so easy. The pub curler gets out there and says, how do they do that?
There's a lot of times that I think the top competitive teams, they do make curling look simple. And I'm telling you, you need to go out there and try that double raise. Try this perfect freeze. Try the very skinny double that Glenn Howard made in the first end. They are very, very difficult shots. And like I said, you'll earn, or you'll have a lot more respect for these teams once you try and see what the percentage is on making them.
Should be pretty straight, eh?
Yeah. The one thing that the top competitive teams do have as an advantage is the ice conditions in arenas generally are excellent. Compared to what most club curlers experience. They're much more familiar with the ice early in games.
Especially early in games, Mike, as you said. In arenas, you don't get the heavy ice, the frost that's out on the sides that you'll get at curling clubs. And so it becomes a little bit more unpredictable in a curling club, whereas in an arena, that outside of the 12-foot runs the same as down the middle. And so those are a little bit easier. And the other reason why these players are so good is they play so much. They're off curling at every weekend. A lot of them, and they're not just weekends. They're events that start on Wednesday and finish up on Sunday and start all over again.
Oh yeah, we're there.
So these players invest a tremendous amount of time.
Back tee. Well, it's back tee.
Oh, I'm praying to be.
Oh, you're praying to be back tee.
Okay. I'll say that's fine. He's there.
Each win in round-robin competition in the Strauss Canada Cup is worth $750, and the round-robin play was rather profitable for Kevin Martin, as he had a perfect record before losing to Howard in the 1-versus-1 playoff game, but bouncing back to game first in the final with a 7-4 win over John Morris. And first prize is $33,500, $22,000 to the second place team.
Very nice.
It's a very profitable event for Canada's top competitive curlers, male and female.
Absolutely. 2 of those games for Kevin Martin, he snuck out. He was behind when he was playing against Ursel and against Gushu and stole the last couple of ends to get those wins. So we often talk about what an incredibly good defensive team this is, but they're also very, very good at playing.
Good. Clean.
Going for the steal, making the perfect freezes on the perfect angles where other teams can't get them out.
Right up! Oh, whoa!
Oh boy.
Good shot.
Carter Rycroft is so hard on himself. Well, we watched him during the Olympics in 2002, and he's always, you know, chastising himself and then talking to himself if the shot is not absolutely perfect.
Well, yep.
And the way that Kevin Martin's trying to generate his 2 points here is very, very difficult. Trying to not leave a double for a team that is such a great hitting team as Glenn Howard is. It's really tough to keep the rocks perfectly positioned. They've done a great job through the first half of the end.
Team Howard just talking about why that rock
might have damn double. Yeah, the rock back in the middle.
Yeah.
Tough not to.
Stay away from hitting the middle one.
Yeah.
It's interesting when you listen in on the conversation between the players. They know what the other's trying to do. There's no real secret out there.
No, great amount of respect for the top 15, 20 teams in the country. Just know that they better play well if you want to win, and strategy really isn't an issue. All the teams are very sound strategically, and you just have to make more shots than your opponents, and it's quite often a small break that makes the difference between winning and losing these games.
The only surprise I would find so far in this game is that there hasn't been more guards in play. That the play has been in the house more than it has been out front, and that's a bit of a surprise for me.
You see trying to double, trying to hit a quarter of a stone. The angles there. Another opportunity to hit and roll in front of that stone.
Wow. Wow. Yep. Wow. Whoa. Yep. Yes.
Richard Hart trying to get rid of both Kevin Martin stones, and he'll do it.
That's a great shot.
That's his new shot. I'm getting good at that, eh? Your shot. It's your new shot, Richie. I know. I can't tell you. Oh, boy. That could be Richard's new shot, the slash double. 2 for 2 this week, buddy.
Not bad.
Nice try.
I got to try them more. You never told me before. Hard that.
Actually, you can let it go, Kelly. Nice throw.
And all the times that I'm talking about this great game of curling and why people like it,
Curled 6 inches, man.
it's because of the microphones on the players and the getting to know their personalities. You know, just from these first couple of events, if you're listening to Richard Hart, you know he's a very funny guy, very entertaining, teasing his teammates, making fun of himself. You know, it's the characters of the game that people are drawn to watch this game of curling.
Well, a lot of times some very self-deprecating humor
on the first one.
that you hear out there.
They're right across from each other. You can't make it.
It's entertaining. And as Glenn Howard said to Richard Hart, as soon as he released the stone on that last shot where he made the double, Kevin Martin said, "Nice shot." I mean, he knew right away that it was on target.
That was really tough. Just as tough as Kevin Martin's double raise or Glenn's little double lost. And
Yeah.
So, Glenn.
And as this game gets, or this end becomes a little bit simpler, there's a really good study with these players and different deliveries. And we talk about Kevin Martin really made the no-lift delivery popular. He can generate a tremendous amount of weight by not lifting the rock. And now it's the way that all our junior curlers are taught. Flat foot in behind the rock. He's got a style that is often imitated by all the younger players. Now you will watch Glenn Howard throw, and he is known as one of the most technically sound players. And a more traditional way of throwing the rock, he'll lift the rock, completely flat foot right in behind, square shoulders, and that is the traditional way of teaching the curling delivery to young players. And as we watched today, we talked about yesterday about touch players and compensating, and we'll watch Richard Hart. It's an interesting study to watch all the different ways of throwing that rock, and the key is consistency.
Blind out turns.
Doing the same thing every time so that your team is able to read your rocks.
You're exactly right. I mean, Kevin Martin, the two differences between Glenn and Kevin, not only do they lift and don't lift, but Kevin the rock is centered on his body and comes out, and Glenn kind of throws off his right shoulder, as Russ does as well. But again, technically very, very sound and consistent, which is the key.
Kevin Martin was successful in blanking end number 1. He had an easy one there, just firing it through. This time he just picks a corner of the red Glenn Howard stone, chips it out to retain last rock advantage in a scoreless Canada Cup Championship. Martin's focus was on Salt Lake City in the Olympic Games, where he went on to claim a silver medal. Right now he's focused on winning the 2006 Strauss Canada Cup Championship against Glenn Howard. Brad Gusher and his team departed Kamloops today for Toronto, where they will assemble and depart on Tuesday for Torino and the 2006 Winter Olympic Games. The curling competition actually gets underway on the 13th, and the first game for Brad Gusher will be against Andy Kapp of Germany. That will take place at 7 in the evening in Italy. Back 6-hour time difference between Italy and Eastern Canada. So it'll be a 1 in the afternoon start, Eastern time.
A couple of strategy options available here for Kevin Martin. A more traditional, but a more expected call right now would be the corner guard, ignoring this rock in the rings. Instead, he's asking Don Bartlett to bump this back. I'm actually surprised by how defensive the beginning of this game is. I was expecting a more offensive game, more rocks in play, and if it was going to become defensive, it would be in the last part of the game. This might be opposite of what I have expected coming into this game.
Well, the way it started, I thought there were going to be a lot of rocks in play as well. Almost appears as though Kevin Martin really doesn't want to get into a draw game with Glenn Howard.
Well, that may be the case. If Kevin Martin does have a weakness, it is the draw game. He's not very weak at a draw game by any means, but if there is a weakness, that it would be drawing. But you know, I'm surprised as well, especially at this point.
We're definitely not throwing guard next time. I think we are.
Richard talking.
Well,
we're definitely not throwing a guard next time. We're going to run out the full 10 ends.
I think it's a bit of a cat and mouse going on right now. Kevin Martin is saying, hey, you guys don't want to throw a guard? I can wait the entire game with my last rock advantage. I think it's the messages from Kevin Martin to Glenn Howard. You throw the guard first.
If I roll out, so he'll throw a corner. You can go around it.
Well, here, Brad Lang, let's hit and roll out. They'll throw a corner guard. They will throw a corner guard if they roll out.
Wow. Yep.
Clean.
Well. Yep. Well.
So you're.
A nose hit for Brent Lang. Mike, we made reference early to the tough field in the Alberta playdowns that start on Wednesday. Your playdowns in Ontario begin tomorrow, and that's a pretty tough field there as well with Glenn Howard and Wayne Middaugh.
It is. It's a very good field. Said Glenn and Wayne are the headliners. You know, we'd be ranked in the third. You know, depending on how we play, that sort of thing. But John Epping's there, who won the Canadian Mix this year, and Brian Cochran, who represented Ontario at the Briar in Halifax 3 years ago, was also there. So, yeah, it's a very strong field, and you know, it's a question of whether it was a decision. Wayne Middaugh's team and our team both had opportunities to come here to the Canada Cup, and for either work commitments or wanting to rest beforehand, we chose not to play, and Glenn's here getting all warmed up for the playdown. So it's a question to see whether or not they, which will be the most beneficial for the team. I think that's kind of a team decision, and as I said, we decided that we would, well, we had two people who couldn't get the work off, and that was the big difference. But I know Wayne just decided to rest before the provincial playdowns.
Carter Rycroft attempting to freeze to the stone in the back of the 8.
Well, he should be all there.
Okay.
The other main difference between Ontario and Alberta and Saskatchewan is the Alberta-Saskatchewan playdowns don't start until Wednesday. So they have a couple days home before their playdowns get underway.
Maybe we'll bump into it. Just back 12.
Yeah.
Gee.
Bouncing off. Okay.
Two rocks in place. It's exciting.
Well, it's just odd that Kevin Martin decided to play a freeze on that rock. That's a more aggressive call now rather than throw the guards. He just doesn't want to get into a guard game right now.
Yep. Hard. Yep. Real hard. Hard. Real hard. Gotta go. Gotta go. Gotta go. Hard. 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 That's good. That's good.
Such great brushers. Craig Stavel and Brent Lang are just fantastic. They really, really are one of the best duos out there.
Mike and Joan must be grasping for things to talk about.
Well, that was timely, considering we were talking about them.
You sure they haven't made some adjustments to their microphones? Maybe they're hearing us. Line's real good. Maybe a little tight.
Gotta go.
Hard then. Hard.
Just back 8.
Hard.
Come on. How's the line?
Hard line.
And we talk about the
4.
sweeping front end of Rycroft and Bartlett. As I said, Bartlett is one of the best judgers I've ever met, able to really read the releases of his teammates, but not the strongest sweeper I've ever seen. And so there is a bit of a disadvantage there. He'll stand up and he'll be yelling at Carter to sweep harder, sweep harder. But there is a disadvantage there on Martin's team, that they don't have a duo like Saville and Lang.
Wow, wow. A little heavy.
A rocket
wow.
Piper.
A little hot. Well.
This needs to finish a little.
Ah.
That's a big miss.
Okay. That turn confused me.
More in out, wasn't it?
Yeah. Not much I can do with this.
And that's what we talked about.
Getting double.
We talked about yesterday about touch players, and I think Richard Hart is a classic example. That I think the strength of his game is the draw game, and into the soft weight kind of shots. The accuracy, a big accuracy kind of big weight hitter, is not his forte.
Well, that's true, but that was not a hard shot. That was, I mean, that's not, you're not talking about a cross ring double there. To hit the stone on the wrong side is a very big miss at this stage of the game, especially when there's nothing going on.
Don Walchuk trying to roll his shooter over, but not too far.
That may go out.
Get down. Great shot, Don.
Wow.
Well, it's scathingly brilliant. If you knew it could hang on the rings, absolutely perfect. But you could hear Walchuk was calling the sweep on, worried that it might roll right out of the rings.
Then you know. That almost went too far. Hey. I want to make sure of the roll, eh?
Well, if you roll about a foot less, there's a double set up there for Glenn Howard. So as I say, that was tough to do. Great shot.
I'll be firm.
So this third end is set up for Kevin Martin to get a pair.
Well, the one thing when you go through a couple of ends very conservatively and you give up an easy deuce, it's such a disappointment when you've missed a simple shot, and it will really be a huge momentum swing if Kevin Martin is able to secure a deuce in this end.
Okay.
And not staying for shot rock there is very important, because Kevin can now play a freeze. He doesn't have to play a hit. And if he makes a decent freeze, any decent angle, there will be no double available to Glenn Howard, and a free drop or two for Kevin Martin.
Not only is the shot making so exceptional at this level of curling, but the strategy for all the top skips, you know, you just marvel at it as well. They're 4 or 5 shots ahead in their strategy planning.
Well, so in the last couple of this end in particular, you didn't have to be a long way ahead because they were playing so simply. But as I said, misses are exaggerated when you're playing a simple game. It's like in the old days when you gave up 2 without free guard zone. Your game was almost over back then, and you get the same type of feeling here.
Hart, come on. You're rocking. Whoa.
Pretty good shot. So key here is the angle for the double takeout will result in a jam and possibly give up free.
What do you want to throw? Same or?
Yeah.
Same weight.
That's a good spot for it.
One thing now that Glenn Howard's going to try to do is going to come down, try to hit this stone, roll a shooter, and sit in front of his own and force Kevin to hit around his own stone at the back there. If Kevin happened to jam it onto the back red stone, then he may only score 1 point. So make Kevin's shot just slightly more difficult, but Kevin will have a fairly simple shot for 2 if Glenn can make the roll, regardless.
One more weight. Whoa. Up normal. Whoa. Yep. Whoa. Yep. Hard.
Didn't get the roll. Open it for 2.
Yeah.
That pretty well sums up the feelings of the Howard team. A deuce developing almost harmlessly.
Simple miss. You know, Glenn Howard will throw a guard. I guarantee you next Glenn Howard will throw the guard.
Absolutely.
Kevin will throw it in the house, though. Kevin's going to come into the top 8 for the top 4.
Clean. Yep. All normal. Clean.
I'm thinking you're right. There will be a guard in play.
Okay. Clean. Good.
Need to grab some momentum back after giving up the easy 2 points.
So he was able to blank the first 2 ends and is rewarded on end 3 with a pair. Kevin Martin leading Glenn Howard 2-0 through 3 in this Ming-Up following the Canada Cup Championship here in Kamloops. Well, where will Kevin Martin put this stone? In the rings? And Glenn Howard, with last rock for the first time in the game, will, as Mike said, almost certainly play a corner guard.
It's not unusual for a 2-point lead for almost any competitive team would put their first rock in the rings. And basically the message would be to the other team, you're going to have to work hard to catch us, to get your 2 points back.
Wide. Whoa. Heavy, I think. Guys.
Through 3, 89% for the Martin rink, 83% for the Howard foursome. The first 2 Canada Cups were won by Randy Furby. Both times he defeated John Morris, 7-5 in 2003, 10-4 in 2004. And Furby, attempting a three-peat last year, dropped a 6-5 decision to Kevin Martin.
Ooh, easy, guys. Easy.
Well,
Looking for the corner guard here.
Shot that. Shot, Craig.
Short.
Tight guard. Okay.
and Kevin is also going to throw a guard here, asking Don Bartlett for a tight center guard.
6 Briars for Don Bartlett and Kevin Martin, 1991, 92, 95, 96, 1997.
Yeah. Hard then. Line's good.
And 2000.
Okay. Gonna over curl.
Clean to stop. Shooting, Don.
Very nice shot.
Yeah, Kevin was saying when I talked with him earlier, if Don Bartlett does decide to pack things up at the end of this season, it will be the end of a long relationship, but a very successful one as well.
Tight.
Way tight. Shit.
Yeah, I talked to Don Bartlett several times this week, and he was certainly talking about the time for a break, and it was mostly his the bad back, but you know it's a lot of years as well, and the break might do him some good.
Wow. Down.
Well, this is what Kevin Martin had to say about the possibility of his team not being together after this season.
Bump of the foot. T-line weight.
I think Don Bartlett will. I'm not sure about Walchuk, but you know, that's the way it goes in life. If you get a little older, and what do you do, you know? But for myself, we'll keep playing, and definitely 2010 is still in my sights. So you know, we'll have to cross that bridge when it happens, or if it happens. But I think Don Bartlett will shut her down after this year. I believe that.
And he was talking about Don Walchuk possibly packing it in as well.
Good.
But Kevin Martin, after the Olympic trials in Halifax, indicated that he was going to be around and try to get back to the Olympic Games in 2010 in Vancouver.
Okay.
Interesting how the game has changed since the advent of the Olympic Games coming into the forefront. That teams are now going in 3- and 4-year cycles. And I said, okay, are we gonna go for this 2010 and try to get into the trials for that, or are we just gonna shut it down? So, teams after this year will reevaluate, reshuffle, and figure out how best they can get to those games in Vancouver in 2010.
Well, many people thought that Kevin Martin, Randy Furby, if they didn't get to the Olympics this year, which of course they did not, that they might decide to pack it in, but it looks as though Randy Furby and his teammates are going to commit themselves through 2010 as well.
Yeah, for a guy who was talking about retiring when they won their first Brier final, you know, he's
Roll buttons, okay.
who knew how much his life would change when they won that game.
And that's exactly it. Your life does change once you become a Canadian champion and you qualify to be A-carded and receive athletes assistance every month. That decision gets a little easier. Maybe I will stick with this game when we've got some perks, some rewards for winning.
And those are well-spent tax dollars for athletes.
I think it's one of the greatest things to happen to curling is becoming part of the Olympics and qualifying for that athlete assistance and being able to take a look at your year, plan it out in terms of training and development, and be able to dedicate to the sport.
Wow. Wait, folks. Walleye. No. Walleye.
Whoa. You want to see?
Whoa. Whoa, guys. You gotta roll. Gotta get inside fine.
No.
Gotta curl, guys. Gotta curl. Whoa.
Like to go a little bit.
No. No.
Gee.
Okay.
They lost the angle there, left a double
That doesn't
for
look very
Kevin
good, does
Martin's
it?
team.
No.
Gee.
If they'd maintained the angle, there would have been that Yellowstone would have stayed in between the two reds, and so that was why they're disappointed with that shot. You say, Don Bartlett, this is his bread and butter, this little double and roll behind the center guard. Don Walchuk, that is. Yeah, Don Bartlett, not much of a hitter, really.
The two Don.
Down normal.
Hard.
Come on, still
tight.
You're gonna have to go hard, guys. Come on.
They passed the guard.
Come on. No.
They got past the guard, but cut too much of that top stone and did not get the second red.
Big break there for Glenn Howard.
I slid tight and was a little in out, Rich, but
Okay.
still not busted.
Not busting, eh? Okay.
And again, it's great communication. We talked about that in yesterday's final. Good players admit when they don't throw it perfectly and communicate that to their teammates, so it'll help out the team to know where that line was and whether the broom needs to be adjusted or
Line's
not.
good.
Yeah. Well.
Wait only. Line's good.
Hard. Well.
Yeah, and Richard
Mine's
Hart,
real
this
good.
is his
Whoa,
intern,
heavy. Whoa.
and this
Whoa.
will likely
Pump it.
finish
I like
more
mine's real
than
good.
either Savler or Lang's outturn did, and watch this finish much better curl out of it, and that's knowing your players. Glenn Howard had a ton of ice on that compared to what he'd given the other two, and it walked right over with Richard's intern.
And this is what I was saying before.
Well, Bear's not
This
happy.
kind of shot is Richard's strength.
And this is what separates Kevin Martin from most teams, is their unbelievable accuracy with these run backs. I'm not even sure this shot would have been on our radar for our team, or Glenn for that matter. And Kevin, let's go. We're just going to run this back, and he's expecting to hit this back and stick the one that he's running back in front of that red zone. It's not just good enough to kill the one in the rings. Their expectations are so much different for most of the teams out there.
Clean. Yep. Whoa. Trying to drive his own back into the two reds.
Shot, Don.
And he does.
So accurate.
Well, and as you said, Mikey, they make that look so easy.
Nose or a little wiggling?
Either way, Rich. Go there.
And I'm going to tell you
top of
that
that one.
those run backs are very difficult.
He's hitting it along the center line.
Yeah, no matter what we do.
It's not bad.
Nose is almost better then, isn't it?
The nose seems good.
Back.
You want to go this way?
Yeah, see what it looks like. Hey,
The call
curl,
halfway down.
I think so. Mine's finished.
What?
Hack.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's right.
I'm just afraid to roll a little wide and set up a double for Kevin Martin.
So even a nose hit would leave an extremely difficult angle for Kevin.
Jump back.
All right.
Yep. A little down.
Hard.
Hurry. Hard.
Wow.
Yep. Whoa.
Whoa. Yep. Hard. Oh, roll a bit. Go, Larry. Yep.
Great roll. That's lost behind that guard.
Good job. Shot, Richie. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I'm not trusting it, man.
What?
I'm not trusting it.
No, he's very
yeah.
there for you.
Yeah.
It wasn't your better throw, but
Well, I got it on my line, but I'm just...
you just think it's going to work.
It's one stupid hit that Curl must have picked.
Talk about that hit in the second end.
No, that hit, you know, the one...
Oh, yeah.
Don't worry about that. That thing went 6 inches.
And that is such a good comment. One shot can throw you off for an entire game when you think that the rocks are curling more than they are, and it may be just a piece of debris on the ice. That's a great conversation.
Real hard.
Kevin Martin attempting to bounce off the shot stone and get behind cover.
Come on. Hard.
He'll succeed.
Maybe rolled about 3 inches too far, but certainly pretty good shot. That's pretty good.
And there's a double on the outside yellow stone, as you can see where Richard Hart's broom is.
That's good. A little more.
And Glenn Howard's not taking any time at all. This is definitely the decision for him.
Tough double, have to throw really hard. I said Kevin, if you compare Kevin versus Glenn Howard, Kevin would be a stronger hitter than Glenn, but this is Glenn certainly capable of throwing enough weight to make it.
He gave up 2 on the last end. If he makes a double here, he'll be in position to score 2 on this end.
Hard! Go!
He's got them both.
Great shot.
You can see that shot stone is just peeking out a little bit.
Shot, G. Thanks for shooting.
So great shot, but Kevin Martin has another chance to get a little bit of a roll
It was a little tight, though.
to the 4-foot.
Yeah, look where that red one stops. There's probably about an inch of air between the 2 red stones, maybe 2 inches of air. Very tight to get by to make the roll. Tough to make the roll.
He gets cute with them, don't he? Oh, is he whipping it? I won't curl if he whips it.
As here, Richard said, if he gets cute with it, he ever rubs that top one. Take 2. Take 3, rather.
Yep. Oh. Off. Nope. Forget it.
Thought he turned it a little.
Now, did he stay for shot, Don?
It looks as
Too many
though
misses, that is.
I figure it's just natural.
it might require a measurement.
Especially when
No, they're going to just...
I don't think it's going to make any difference.
No, not at all.
Well, you'd be surprised. If that had rolled out a little bit, I'm pretty sure Glenn would have played the draw.
Yes,
But,
I agree.
another nice thing for Glenn, and that they've thrown the shot several times this end. And again, it's about trusting the ice. Nice quiet hit with here from the Howard team.
Just normal.
Yeah, hard. Yep. Real hard. Yes. Real hard. Hard! Hurry! Hard!
Howard trying to get his deuce right back after giving up 2 in the last end, but he doesn't catch enough of the Kevin Martin rock, and his shooter rolls out of play, so it's only 1 for Glenn Howard with his last rock miss here in 4, and he trails by 1 in this 2006. Well, this men's final, not the high-scoring affair we witnessed in the women's championship yesterday, where Kathy King prevailed over Jennifer Jones by a score of 10-9. They were trading 3s and deuces on a regular basis in the women's final. Here, Glenn Howard had the opportunity on end number 4 to get a deuce back after relinquishing 2 on the previous end, but was unsuccessful in saving his shooter.
You want a tighter one? Yeah.
Got that.
Shot, Chris.
We've talked about Don Bartlett and the back problems he experiences, and one of the reasons he's contemplating packing it in at the end of this curling season. Between ends, and particularly in games that are televised where there is some time between ends, he usually lays down on the ice and the carpet between the sheets and stretches his back out a little.
Line's good.
And that's one of the reasons he doesn't rush as hard or as often as Carter Rycroft. More responsibilities for Carter Rycroft in that area.
On the big weight peels, you don't see Don Bartlett chasing him down the sheet very often, that's for sure.
It's not even there.
So no surprise here. Center guard thrown up by Team Howard. They need to change the momentum here in this game. Had the easy shot for 2 and not able to deliver. They need to set up for a steal or hold Team Martin to just 1 point.
Hard. Whoa. 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 What's that?
Shot, Craig.
Normal or down normal?
Down normal's fine. Whatever. He'll go a little bit out here.
Don Bartlett has long been recognized as one of the top leads in the country. His percentage is always high.
Hard, come on. Whoa! Hard. Whoa! Whoa. Good.
And the main difference there is Craig Saville's first stone of the game he threw through the house, and Craig has missed very little as well in this game.
But you talk about Don and percentages. He's one of those players that keeps his own percentage in his head at all times. So if you talked to him in the middle of the game and said, "How are you shooting?" he would probably tell you, "I'm at 97." He is. It's comical, really. He'll tell you that all throughout the game.
Yeah, definitely a stats guy. You know, percentage of wins and all this sort of stuff. He keeps it all in his head.
Yeah. Well, and Kevin Martin is like that as well. I know when we traveled to Worlds with them in 1997, they said that where they sat in the van was determined by whose percentage was the highest.
Like to go. Hard line. Real hard line. Real hard.
The person that had the highest percentage sat in the front seat, and the guy with the lowest went to that.
Don Bartlett up there a lot.
Real hard. Bounce it. Bounce it. Bounce it a bit. Whoa. Throw that all right, Glenn?
Yeah. Just real light, eh?
Well, yeah, but over curl by 1.5 feet.
I know.
Trying to figure out whether that's a new spot that curls or whether that rock picked up some debris.
A little quiet? No, not bad. Yeah, it's quiet. Copy. Oh, hard. Line only. Hard. Line only. Line's real good. Easy. Hard line. Easy down. Hard line. Line only. Line only. Hard. Hard line. Gotta go hard. Come on. Gotta go hard. Okay. Sit down. Oh. Shot. Tap on back. Tap it.
And that's a good shot by Carter Rycroft.
PDC lane.
Yeah. It's not bad. You like draw tap at all or no?
Yeah, or freeze. Yeah, okay.
I don't like the freeze, really.
Well, you can't
run it?
that one.
No?
I can see it an 8.
No, tap ours up.
Yeah, that's not what he's looking at.
I'm talking about tapping one of the guards in. No? Let's nose the center then. Nose the center if you don't like it.
You tap that, it's not bad. All right.
You like it?
That's fine. Other tap seems easier, but...
You can throw a hit at the center, one knows it. That's not bad.
This is fine. Yeah, that's not bad.
Tough shot, playing a T-line bump on this outside guard.
It's pretty good. Well. Yep. Hard. Yep. It's real good. Yep. Hard. Whoa. Whoa. Close. No. Whoa. Whoa. Yep. Yes. Yeah, the top. Hard.
Good looking shot.
Whoa. Sit there.
Whoa.
Good shot.
Pretty good. They just overswept that one just a tiny bit.
That's
Almost looked like a
As
pick.
you said,
Yeah, it's curling over there. You were right. Even with your first one being light, still shouldn't curl that
We're
much.
not playing the come around. The rock I was freezing to was 3/4 open.
Yeah.
So the guard's not even in play.
No, I'm just talking about it curled a lot.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was light. But even if I had the right weight, we were open.
trying to figure out the spots in the ice. Those are good conversations.
Carter Rycroft getting rid of that center guard.
Little hack weight tap now available for Richard Hart. Like to maybe roll rock to the right as we're looking at it.
Don't want to roll too far. Forward. Yeah.
You need to remove that yellow stone that Martin has last rock.
Wow.
So that determines whether you're going to play a freeze or take more risks with those yellow rocks in there or not.
No.
Just needs to bend.
Well, okay, that's fine. Good.
Can you see that short little hit and roll now available to Don Walchuk?
Forward weight.
You're going to try to make the roll. The nice thing for Kevin Martin now is if you get a no-sit here and then Glenn Howard comes down to make some sort of hit and roll over, there'll be a double, definitely a nice angle for a double on Don Walchuk's last hit this end. So very tight situation here for Glenn Howard. Where they're going to be able to roll to is going to have to be very, very precise not to leave a double for Walchuk's next shot.
Clean. Clean. Yep. Oh. You're on. Yep. Whoa. Whoa.
Shot, Don.
Nice shot.
A nice little flop over towards that corner guard knot. Not buried, though.
Not in there,
His nose any good? No.
No.
Oh, okay. Let's not do that then.
Hack. Okay.
The call is to roll directly behind their own stone, and if the double is attempted, Kevin Martin would lose his own stone at the back of the rings.
Whoa. Whoa. Weight's good. Wow. Clean.
Have to throw soft enough weight to get some finish past the guard.
Yep. Yep. Hard. Hard. Hurry hard. Go, 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 go. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa.
How's that?
Nice shot.
Oh.
Great shot.
Perfect roll.
And so dangerously close to leaving an easy double. Rolls absolutely perfect.
Shooting, Reggie.
Nice.
These are very hard to call. Have to take into account how hard the rock is.
Well, if that rolls 2 inches further or 2 inches less, it's an easy double. It goes around his own at the back.
It was just the angle.
That's all it was.
Bananas.
Hack weight, I'm just thinking of not even hitting that one, or if we do, just ticking it. Just hanging over here somewhere.
Kevin Martin trying to find a way to make that back one count.
Rock.
Wow.
Should run nice and true down here, finish at the end.
None of those reds will go, but whatever. Both of them won't go, but both won't go, no.
There's no way of making a double, so you might as well
Keep that comp one in there.
Our back one, no chance.
Oh, but if you hit a quarter rock, it's going to touch it a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
That's good.
Okay.
The roll's a big thing.
So they're trying to come down, hit on the broom side as we're looking at it, and roll somewhere over into the 8-foot or 12-foot and leave that stone on the button in play, as well as their own stone at the back of the 8-foot.
Yep.
Very delicate shot.
And as they said, the call was not for the double. It was all about the hit and roll, making the hit and roll good. And this is hanging on the center line.
Touches it a little bit.
It may roll too far and does not remove the red stone.
Turned out really good.
Howard
I thought it would curl a little.
Huh?
The double there?
No. That's hit the center one first.
It is or not?
That.
Really interesting there that Kevin, Don Bartlett,
That ran real straight.
stopped sweeping well before Kevin Martin said whoa there.
And see if he threw it out or
They were going hard on it,
Well,
and
they swept it
sweepers
early.
realized that it was
They liked
hanging.
it.
Just being very aware of where the rock is.
How tight do you want it, Cliffy?
I don't like the way you said that, Mike. You think that the front end is not
No,
watching
I'm
that
saying
center line?
it's credit to them that they stopped, is what I mean.
Yeah. No, those center lines, definitely the sweepers are watching and seeing how much the rock is curling across or not coming up to.
A Let's not give free rein to my front end to sweep whenever they want. I'm just letting them know if they're watching.
Right there. Line only. Halfway to tight. Halfway.
Great chance here for Glenn Howard. He
Halfway.
wants to guard
Over
the
curling.
left-hand side of the
Just halfway.
stone
Just over.
Okay, over
on the
curling.
button.
Just over.
Not allow Kevin Martin to double.
No. Over now. Whoa. Uh-oh.
Talk about over curling.
He said it has to stay 2 or 3 inches off the line to not allow a double. And there's,
Okay,
again, easy double now for Kevin Martin.
I think it's curling more today. He got board weight.
Huh?
You can just hear the frustration in Glenn Howard's voice.
Heck.
Good throw. Oh, my crazy.
That's ridiculous.
It's real good.
Wrong well out there. Yeah. I took more at the end.
Oh,
Curl, I think.
I don't know how much we played this sheet.
Yeah, that makes a difference, doesn't it?
Solid board weight,
Yeah,
guys.
perfect.
Kevin Martin with a chance.
Whoa.
Lie 2.
Close. Clean. Hard. Really hard. Guys.
Really going.
It's starting to move. Trying to keep it on line.
Keep going.
Get out of there.
He nudges it far enough to lie 2.
It's perfect.
Nice shot. Double.
Flash.
He doesn't have anything, really. Me too.
Boy, freeze on the back is also available to get shot stone. They're going to try the double, hit a quarter of this stone and run it onto the corner. The other option here is to play the out turn and freeze this back stone. They can get shot. Stone won't be quite that big in real life, but they would be able to get shot stone at the back of the forefoot and make it tough for Kevin to score 2. Risk, of course, he may roll off it and give up 3. But tough. This is an extremely tough double again.
Yep. Final stone for Glenn Howard on this 5th end. Trailing by 1, trying to remove the 2 Martin stones, and he's got them both.
That's
Wonderful
a great shot. Those are very difficult. That's the same slash double that Richard Hart made earlier in the game. Those are so hard to call.
And the reason they're difficult to call is they also have to call sweeping when the stone hasn't even curled enough to make contact yet.
That curl too. Where the heck? I can't believe that. I got that out, and that's going all day.
Still talking about his previous shot on this end.
Play the sheet sometime this week, eh? No one's curling that much. Wow.
But you know, Richard's Hart concern of that spot when he threw the hit in the 4th end. Now we know it's really well founded.
That's good.
And they just have to start now to believe it the last half of this game.
Kevin Martin successfully blanks this 5th end. And at the halfway point of this men's championship game, Kevin Martin, the defending champion, continues to hang on to a 1-point lead. It's not the high-scoring game we witnessed yesterday in the women's championship as Kathy King defeated Jennifer Jones by a score of 10-9. Joan, you've had the experience of competing in the Olympic Games in 1998, winning the gold medal with Sandra Schmirler. Shannon Kleibrink, this year's Canadian representative to the Olympic Games in Torino, Italy, that get underway on Monday, the 13th. That's when the curling competition gets underway. And you had the opportunity to take a look at the competitors and assess the field. So let's see what's going to happen, according to Joan, in Italy.
In the women's tournament, Canada's hopes are carried by Shannon Kleibrink from Calgary, Alberta. Kleibrink earned the trip to Italy barely 2 months ago, and now with the Olympics a week away, she feels that she has as good a chance as any team.
People were asking before we went to the trials what we thought our chances were there, and we said our chances were 1 in 10. We're going with the same story for the Olympics. There's 10 teams, and so same thing, 1 in 10 chance. There's some great teams at the Olympics. We had the opportunity to play some of them in Switzerland a couple of weeks ago, but I think maybe the favorite going in might be Annette Norberg from Sweden.
Annette Norberg is the reigning world champion, having won the 2005 title in the birthplace of the game, Paisley, Scotland. Norberg and her rank are very experienced and used to the pressure of international play. Team Sweden will be the squad to beat in Pinerolo. Defending Olympic gold medalist Rona Martin of Great Britain will be returning to the Winter Games. It was Martin who broke the hearts of Team Canada supporters in Salt Lake City by defeating Kelly Law in the semifinal round to advance to that gold medal game. Hoping to repeat a gold medal performance, Great Britain has put together an all-star team that includes 2002 world champion Jackie Lockhart.
Team USA is led by 2005 World Championship silver medalist Cassie Johnson. And perennial world competitor Dorothy Nordby will represent Norway. One of the most experienced curlers at this Olympics, she can never be discounted as her bronze medal, as last year's Worlds proved. The Olympic curling tournament also features Dorothy Holm of Denmark, host nation Italy led by Diana Gaspari, Ayumi Onodero of Japan, Russia's Ludmila Privakova, and Miriam Ott of Switzerland. It stands to reason that Team Canada should rank high in this field of competitors. However, Shannon Kleibrink is definitely playing it cool when asked about expectations.
We're treating this as a great opportunity, and we don't feel any pressure, just a lot of support from everyone in Canada. Everyone's been so supportive since we won the trials, and we're just going to go there and do the best we can.
Well, all the members of the Shannon Kleibrink rink have Olympic rings tattooed on their ankles. What are their chances of coming home with the gold medal?
I think very good. There's two teams in this field that are clearly above the rest, and that's Team Canada and Team Sweden. It really will be a battle between those two for the gold medal. The rest of the field will be fighting off for that bronze medal chance, and I think Team USA is in there, Team Switzerland, Team Great Britain trying to defend. All will have a chance of a playoff spot.
Well, the big thing is to qualify for the playoffs. That's the task for Shannon Kleibrink, Mike.
It is, and that's always the pressure going into, geez, just let me win 6 games, get to 6-3, and make sure we get into those semifinals and see what happens, see where the chips fall.
Well, the Kleibrink rink has a tough start. They face the defending world champion Norberg of Sweden on draw number 1, and the runner-up for the world title, Cassie Johnson of the United States, in draw number 2. When we return, we'll take a look at the men's field. Prior to St. John's, Newfoundland, Brad Gushu and his teammates left Kamloops this morning en route to Toronto, where they will spend the next day and a half, and then they'll head overseas for Torino. They'll be ensconced in the Olympic Village before setting up shop in Pinerolo, where the Olympic curling competition gets underway on the 13th. That's a week from Monday. Let's take a look at the men's field at the Olympic Games.
Having clinched victory at the Olympic curling trials, Brad Gushu and his team served notice that they were ready to take on the world. But this new Team Canada will be facing some very experienced and very skilled competitors at the Olympic Games. Paul Trulson of Norway will be returning to the Olympic stage to defend his gold medal from Salt Lake City. Always a tough competitor, he has placed in the top 4 in every World Championship since 2001. Sweden's Peja Lindholm will be playing in his 3rd straight Olympic Games. A former world champion, Lindholm can handle the pressure of international competition and is definitely a favorite heading into the tournament in Pinerolo. Brad Gushu is aware of the danger presented by these Scandinavian skips when sizing up the men's field.
If I had to single a couple out, it would be probably Peja Lindholm, 3-time world champion, and probably Paul Trulson, defending Olympic gold medalist. So, but there's also 3 or 4 other teams that have been real accomplished, or, you know, in the international level over the last couple of years. And then the other teams you may not know as well, but they're definitely a high caliber.
These other teams to watch for making it to the medal round is Team Switzerland, led by Ralph Stockley, the 2003 world silver medalist, and Andy Kapp of Germany, a veteran of the 1998 Nagano Winter Olympics. More recently, he won the bronze medal at the 2005 World Championships in Victoria. Another face from last year's World Championship, Great Britain's David Murdoch, who, while playing for Scotland, was runner-up to champion Randy Ferbey. Brad Gushu and Team Canada will also have to contend with Markku Pavliniemi of Finland, who has played in 9 World Championships, Italy's Stefano Ferronato, Sean Becker of New Zealand, and Pete Fenson of Team USA.
I think our chances are pretty good at the Olympics. I think if we get back to playing the way we were in Halifax and you know, as focused as we were in Halifax, I think we have a real good chance. I think the skill level's there. It's just a matter of making sure we're focused and prepared, and you know, don't let the Olympics get into our head, and just go out there and treat it like another curling event.
Well, although Gushu's record was 2-3 here in the Canada Cup, their percentages were good. They curled well as a team. They were in every contest.
They were. They would have liked to have won a couple more games here, but you know, in the men's field, as opposed to the women's field where they have that one super team with Annette Norberg, in the men's field there's quite a bit more depth. The top 5 teams, you know, Truelson and Lindholm being the obvious favorites, are going to pose a problem for Brad Gushu unless he gets back to that level that he was at in Halifax. They played so well there; they were unbeatable, and they're going to need that game back if they want to win gold in Torino.
Well, Joan, as we saw last year at the Worlds in Victoria, the international field is pretty strong.
Absolutely. They've come a long way. A lot of experience, and that is going to be an advantage to those teams. But as Mike said, the favorites are still Brad Gushu and Team Canada. They need to get back to that form and get on top of their game to get that gold medal.
Well, the opening ceremonies of the 2006 Olympic Games Friday at 1 o'clock on CBC television. Brian Williams and Peter Mansbridge will be on site to describe the opening ceremonies for you, and the 2 Canadian curling teams very much looking forward, Shannon Kleibrink and Brad Gushu, to marching in the opening ceremonies. We'll return for the second half of this 2006 Strauss Canada
of curling on CBC, brought to you by M&M Meat Shops. Hundreds of meal ideas, one aisle. By Scott Paper Limited, proud sponsor of women's curling for 25 years. And by Tim Hortons Chicken Noodle Soup and Turkey Bacon Club Combo.
2-1, Team Martin leads Team Howard, getting set for end number 6 in this 2006 Strauss Canada Cup championship game. Kevin Martin retaining last rock advantage. He was successful in blanking the 5th after Glenn Howard made a double. Three times Kevin Martin with hammer has been able to blank ends in this low-scoring affair. He got his deuce in a very harmless-looking way in the 3rd end. It appeared as though we may have been headed for another blank on the 3rd when the deuce materialized.
Well, you know, when games are this tight and this defensively played, the misses just become that much bigger. And there's been 2 key misses. Richard Hart jamming that stone in to set up the deuce in the 3rd end, and then Glenn Howard having an opportunity to hit and tie the game in the 4th end and rolling out. And that is really the difference so far. And just, again, big momentum swings. And as opposed to last night when we watched the women play, you don't get the feeling that there's going to be 2s and 3s exchanged here, and you know, a 1-point lead is a big lead at this stage of the game, especially with the hammer for Kevin Martin.
We talked about Brad Gushu and his first game in Olympic competition taking place on Monday the 13th. He's up against Andy Kapp of Germany. Then he plays Pia Lindholm of Sweden on Tuesday, and David Murdoch of Great Britain on Wednesday. So both Canadian teams have tough opponents to start the Olympic Games competition.
Well, you'll get a pretty good feeling for how the week's going to go for Brad Gushu very early. And they've got their hands full right off the get-go in Turin. As does Shannon Kleibrink, who plays Annette Norberg in the opening round.
Pump of the foot. That freeze or freeze tap, but you got to be either or not.
And just like we saw in the women's game yesterday, this intern really curling hard for the players. Both teams needing to sweep to get by the guard.
Roop. Clean. Yep. Hard. Hard. Come on. Easy. Hard. 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 Come on. Hard. Come on. Okay. Oh.
Are they by? They squeak past the guard.
Shot. Now what, kids?
And bump it right through the 4-foot. That's a great shot.
3.
You know, we've talked about how the game has changed from the straight peel game to the 3-rock 3-guard zone to the 4-rock 3-guard zone, and in the 4-rock 3-guard zone, stones in the rings. It's not about removing them anymore. It's manipulating them, moving them around to get them into position where you can score those multiple point ends.
Well, somebody should tell these 2 teams, because I am truthfully disappointed that there isn't more of that manipulation. I expected that. That's what we saw all week. The ice is great, and teams have been playing very aggressively. As I said, after the first couple of ends, it just appears that a message is being sent.
And here, that's the second time that rock's come up short and over curled for Brent Lang.
I was a little nervous about making that shot, actually.
That's a bad rock.
And you heard that the players are talking about the consistency of the rock over curling and coming short.
Geez, I'd love to make that. Do you like that at all? Yeah. Not bad.
Kevin wants to hit the stone on the center line, come off the back, the stone on the right.
I'd rather do that.
Come down, hit this stone.
That's what Carter likes.
Have the shooter roll off the back and maybe spin in. That was the one he'd love to make. The easier shot is the one he's going to play, and that's the come around.
Weight should be all
further
there.
to a comment we made earlier, the shot that Kevin initially looked at, top curlers didn't even think about.
No, and that's again knowing your angles and being able to throw that big weight to make that weight so much weight accurately. It's really, really tough.
Hard though, guys. Okay.
And
this is heavy.
That's not bad.
We're not happy with that shot because it's behind the tee line.
Back far enough anyway. Yeah. Well.
Many shots these curlers play remind me of a comment Henry Longhurst once made about Jack Nicklaus when he first came on tour. Mr. Nicklaus plays a game with which I'm not familiar.
Well, you know what happens with teams that are not familiar how to play this game, and they just can't compete. As I said, there's about 15 or 20 teams in the country that can play this type of game and be successful at it, and it's a big jump. It doesn't skill set make shot. It's not about shot making anymore. It's about being able to manipulate the stones, and that's why it's very difficult for young teams to immediately have success in the men's game. And again, Brad Gushue pulling Russ Howard out of basically retirement was brilliant, and it takes that.
Thank you.
The strategy becomes a non-issue for Brad Gushue all of a sudden.
Here's a great shot by Brent Lang. So Brent calls down and he says, "Great sweeping," and of course it's Richard that says, "Thank you." It's just such a great sense of humor.
How much? Half. Okay.
Looking for the double peel.
And as you were saying, Mike, just to continue your thought about the difference between club curling and the elite. In club curling, you would see a lot of rocks in play. There's lots of curlers that love to play the draw game. The difference being how easily these teams can bail out and get rid of 3-4 rocks in one shot to run back those guards. That's the difference between the club level and this competitive level.
What do you want? No, speed. Board.
You see those angles, the red, yellow, red combination on the right-hand side there. It's quite easy. It's just a nose hit into both red stones. So, Glenn Howard realizes the danger, even though he's got shot stone.
Close.
Well, got the track.
Yep. Yes. Yep. Hard. Whoa. Hard.
Good looking shot.
Go.
Here.
Whoa. You said hard. Sorry. That was a joke.
You said hard. I was just listening to you, Skipper.
Can't get it. It's good though, I think. Freeze one here. You whack it on the nose? How are we ever going to get that out? I don't think we need to do that. Okay. Let's lock it here. Okay. It's a pretty good situation. Okay.
Well, it's one thing to have a plan, but you also have to be able to execute.
Well, I said the teams that are in finals of big games, it's only about the plan. It's not about execution. If you're worried about actually making the shot, you really don't have a chance of winning the game. And this is it's a chess match with these top teams when they're in the final. You know they're playing well. I said the smallest errors are just magnified.
Line's
so
good.
much.
4 foot. Looks light to me. Gotta go weight. Gotta be here. Hard.
We'll see how long Don Bartlett lasts.
Hard. Come on. Come on.
This big sweep.
Come on. Still go. Come on. Come on, guys. Come on. Come on.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Well, Don Walchuk has a reputation for being able to throw the big weight. He also has a touch.
Sweepers made that shot.
That's a peach. That's well swept.
Yeah.
Absolutely right, John. It was well swept.
The pick. We guard our red one.
Yeah, because the pick, you get picked through too, yeah.
I'll make sure we guard our red, eh?
Yeah, we guard the pick, you mean, eh? Yeah, guard the pick.
Sorry,
Yeah, that's right. It's going to guard that pick, right?
Yeah.
They want to guard the right-hand side of their back stone. Stone that's on the button. They don't want to have this
Like,
over curl
really,
slightly.
You can give them the port, too. I mean, we just got to make sure we're on the center line. That's the right broom?
Yeah.
Plenty, isn't it? Not plenty.
Good numbers for Richard, 88%, but it's again one miss in the third end. Right now, it's the difference.
Just clean.
Clean.
Just clean it.
Tight.
Oh,
Clean.
oh,
Clean.
line's good.
Halfway.
Whoa.
Halfway.
Whoa.
Curl a bit.
Whoa.
Not bad. Yep. Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Hard.
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 Trying to get it
Hard.
to the center
Go.
line and a bit across.
Hard.
Go.
Go, 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 go.
Okay. Good job. Nice job, Rich. Thought that was tighter, right, didn't you?
What's that?
That's good.
Huh?
Fired through the hole?
Just
He
good.
had his header.
I go through our hole.
Good news is the red should jam.
This four jams exactly on that.
Yeah.
So just double feel. We can worry about it later.
Walchuk raised the question as to whether or not they might try and get through the hole. But as you heard Kevin Martin explain, there's a jam at the back. So get rid of the front two. Does this end more to your liking, Joe?
It is more to my liking. I was looking forward to lots of rocks and play and the big weight run backs and all those sorts of things.
Loading. For the hole, maybe? No.
Did not want to leave the shooter in play. Was trying to curl that up a little bit more.
That's no good. Huh? He's got the picture.
Because I don't know, for some reason I was trying to hit it thin, but we need to hit it thick across the top, eh?
Yeah.
Well, it'd be almost impossible to in through the hole.
Well, he just hits us anywhere.
Yeah, they can come around and come back freeze in the back.
Yeah?
Well,
Well, that's true. You do have the one to come to the back.
what else just hit?
Yeah, you would have the freeze to get out of it. That's true.
Which isn't great because he blasts that well.
You only try to tap that into there?
Oh, no,
And
no.
roll away? No.
He's the same pick.
Yeah. Well, your rock will be here. Problem's where your shooter goes. That's what the problem is. Then he just hits and makes this double and lies 3. Okay. So what do you think of?
We're thinking several shots ahead here.
Right?
Yeah. I'm going to guard the one in freeze, which isn't bad.
Well, I'd rather guard this and give him the pick, and then you have the freeze. Because you're almost guarding your freeze.
That's fine. No, I don't mind that.
Right?
This is no picking.
Anyway, you just
That is
get...
half a rock.
Yeah, he's not gonna miss in that double.
What's that do?
What is that flash? Is like a quarter?
What's this do?
Look at that,
Let's
too.
see what that does for us going in.
Well, if you get it in there. Problem is, what are the odds of making it perfect? He leave it there, he knows it's at 3.
How about we hit this? He makes the double and lies 2 again. Yeah. If you picked it clean and left that. If you hit that out and left that. Make this double, actually. You like that at all?
Not really.
We don't love it either. I don't see any good up there.
I don't mind this.
Need some help? Why so tight?
Well, yeah, that's true. There's nothing.
If we leave it higher, then if he does play that double, we can go
You're
around.
better off higher so you can whip it around and freeze.
This is pretty good.
Throw the center, let him make that.
I think so.
Don't think he won't play the flash first, will he?
Well, I think he will.
Okay, well, that's perfect. He's going to get 1 then.
All right, throw it out there, give him that, and you'll off. Okay.
Okay, they're thinking 3 shots ahead. They're going to throw the guard.
If we make that double peel.
They're going to assume that Kevin
What?
Martin's going to come down
Well, that's what I
play
mean. It
this
makes double
double.
field. We're not great.
and lie 2.
Cliffy,
1, 2.
makes that double
and
peel, then what do we do?
They reply with the freeze.
It's well thought out. And they have great confidence that they can make that freeze and save the end, or force Kevin Martin to one, which would be their goal.
Well, is a longer guard better or a shorter guard, tighter guard?
Higher, maybe. Higher, but then he runs it in, and the yellow's going into the rings, but just throw the guard and see what happens.
Little last, Rich.
Right beside it's good, eh, Craig? Right beside it.
And the question that he stopped in the hack with was where exactly did he want this guard? And I agree with Lang on this one. Leave it higher so that you have more room to come around. I don't see any advantage of putting this this guard very tight to the house.
Tight, just because they'll split the guard. Just thought of that now. Oh, that wouldn't have been bad. Whoa. Shot, Glenn. Good shot. Shot.
Well, they anticipated that Martin would play the slash double. Will he try it?
Shot. Thanks.
Well, the danger for Kevin is if he misses the slash double, then Glenn can maybe get around that guard and steal two. So it's a risky call.
That doesn't make a difference, doesn't help.
Huh? I like making the double and making him make the draw.
Don't think Kevin's too excited
What is
about
it, quarter
that
rock, that double? We still got the run back, the yellow run back. Running back the guard's not bad.
I like to run the yellow back.
Or peel the yellow.
You don't want to peel them both?
Then he's just going to go around. Yeah, let's just peel them both. Make a double peel. Makes life exciting for him. Well, yeah, but if he what? If he locks one in, he goes to top locks four. Locks one in what? Where? Oh, yeah, I can make the double guard.
Double peels in there.
So he's going to clear out. So just imagine the situation without those guards now, and then Richard and Glenn have a very big decision to make.
We got to take the slash away somehow. Yeah, but then he's just an easy tap. No, I know. We got to tap the yellow up. That's what we got to do. Tap the yellow up.
Well, their strategy will be determined on whether or not Kevin Martin is successful in running the front two, and he moves things around. That certainly changes the complexion of the stones in the rings. I don't think to his advantage.
That's a great break for Glenn Howard.
Go make it, buddy. Lock it right on. That's right on top.
Doing low is good, though, right?
Anything, anywhere is good, isn't it? Not really. Oh, I guess you're right.
Here, see Kevin not happy.
That couldn't have worked out any worse.
No.
Picks his own clean, which is really tough to do.
Yeah, you're right. Even a guard.
And then provides a nice pocket for that red stone.
Guard wants to guard the low side.
Well, I think as long as you freeze to the low, too, no? No, then he's drilling it. You're right, Glenn.
Drilling.
Yeah. Let's throw the guard. I agree.
Yeah,
I like the guard,
I think I do, too.
Yeah, I like the guard, too. Yeah. Same shot.
Whatever, as long as...
Because there's no way he's got it. I don't think he can't chisel that. No. As long as it's a little bit, you just got to guard.
You got to guard this side of the rock.
Yeah. Almost the same line.
Yeah. Hair tighter. Yeah.
It'll be a little tighter.
Very concerned that if he came in to try to put a freeze on, if it wasn't absolutely perfect, Kevin Martin could just
make our play.
Just blast away and get 1 or maybe 2 points.
Well, all the red would have an opportunity of going out of the rings.
Yeah.
Like, is this a top 12-foot guard, or?
Yes, that's what I'm thinking. I'd rather not in, though.
Okay.
If Glenn Howard can, just leave his guard biting a bit of the center line, Kevin Martin's going to have a difficult time scoring.
The trouble with one guard already this game that overcurled.
Again, the nice thing for him, he just threw this on his first one, so he has a really good idea of what the ice is going to do.
Well, just halfway.
Hard, come on. Go, hard.
Trying to get this just across the line, maybe just...
Hard, go. Hard.
Good. Go, Glenn.
Because it didn't quite curl enough.
Pretty good. Yeah.
Looking at Kevin Martin.
The line looked better than that, didn't it?
A little heavier, brings it in.
It didn't grow more. Anyway, that's Houdini. I've given him one here.
key for Kevin Martin is he wants to pick the red one clean and leave this yellow stone at the back shot stone. Seems to see how many of the red ones actually get moving if he hits it thin enough.
Hard! 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 Hard!
Just by. And he will get one.
He was awfully close to the guard on that.
Shotgun. Both teams happy, I think. Glenn Howard was quite nervous there as well.
So with a single point on end number 6, Kevin Martin has a 2-point. Well, this championship final, not unlike the 1-versus-1 Page playoff game where Kevin Martin was in control through 6 ends of play. As he is here, 3-1, he leads Glenn Howard, but Howard was able to come back and win it by a score of 5-4.
Honestly, Glenn Howard is 1 deuce away from being tied playing 8, and you know, at that stage of the game, anything can happen.
During the break, Don Bartlett was talking to his teammates, and he said, we're outplaying them. Come on, you guys. And it's true, in a game like this where you feel like you're outplaying your opposition, but the difference is only 2 points, and they have hammer. It's very deceiving.
No, I thought he was throwing the center. Even to the center, I think we should have thrown a guard. Yeah.
Bartlett having a very strong game at 98%.
Whoa. Clean it or no?
It's all the way there.
Whoa, curl. What a curl.
Well, provincial playdowns for the men en route to the Brier. Next on the Canadian curling agenda, the Olympic Games, of course, getting underway with the first curling competition on the 13th, a week from Monday. Also on the Canadian curling schedule, events coming up, the Scott Tournament of Hearts in London, Ontario, February 25th to March the 5th.
Should be there.
The Tim Hortons Brier in Regina, March 11th to the 19th. The Ford World Women's Championship in Grand Prairie, Alberta, March 18th to the 26th, and the Men's World in Lowell, Massachusetts.
Gotta finish it, guys.
April the 1st to the 9th.
Nice spot.
And we'll be on hand for the semifinal and the finals in all of those events, in addition to all of the Olympic curling coverage on both TSN and CBC.
A turn, maybe? Stop it.
That's good.
Sure. Just here, South.
Okay.
He's going to have a double, huh?
Yeah, hard. All right. Wow. Whoa. All right. Whoa. Wow.
Speed's good, isn't it? Yeah, not heavy.
Yep.
The sweepers talking there. They cannot move this stone out of play. It is in the free guard zone.
Real hard. Shot.
Good.
Shot.
Kevin likes the situation, so he's going to go aggressively and throw the guard, which I'm sure makes Glenn Howard very happy.
Hard early. Hard early. Okay, tight guard. Yep, maybe in. Yep, hard. Maybe in. We're in. Okay. Definitely in. 8 foot. Oh. Bye. Nice shot.
Board. Yeah.
We had talked about earlier in the telecast about Brent Lang not wondering about one of his rocks maybe being a little heavier, curls a little bit more than his other one. He's struggling a little bit. Carter Rycross has the advantage there.
Close. Whoa. Off. Off.
Want to save the shooter here. Very important.
Shot.
Oh, boy.
Just rolls a little bit too far. It'll be wide open past that corner guard.
Nice thing for Glenn Howard is, even though they're hitting the stone in the rings, the guards are still up front.
Oh, clean. No. Oh, clean it. No. Clean. Too close. Oh. Yep. Oh. Yep. Oh. Yep. Oh.
A bit of a roll, but still open.
Yeah, it's a good shot. Unable to get the inside roll.
Same, Langer? Yeah, that was heavy, eh? Do you want board or do you want the same weight? Give me the same, because it's getting a little tight for line here.
Going out back into that hole.
And it's the same situation. Really need to keep the shooter. Wants the roll.
Wow. Yep, yep.
Want the shooter to stay around in the house.
Yep,
Bring it into play later.
Hard! Hard! Go hard! Hard!
Looking for the roll.
Keep going. Go. Hard!
Get in there.
Not enough roll.
Board weight.
So things are pretty simple here for Kevin Martin. Not a lot of strategy decisions to make. These rocks are in front of the tee line, so just want to make them go away and keep pressure on Team Howard to have to deal with them.
Boards.
Heavy board. Whoa, guys. Heavy board. Whoa.
Not going to curl her.
Be close. Whoa.
Now!
Yep.
Oh, no.
Whoa.
That picked.
Okay.
Yeah, that made quite a sudden move as it came in across the hog line.
And the team's going just to clean up the area.
Here it is.
We got it.
Got the culprit.
They're worried about this riding the line, and you see the sudden movement off of the center line. It's an indication that it ran over some debris.
Hack.
Really quite fortunate that you don't lose the stone completely when that happens.
I kind of do too. What are we throwing, hack or board?
Yeah. You got room for board?
Yeah, I got 5/8.
Let's go hack.
Yeah, I like it.
And to roll behind the center guard.
Whoa. Whoa.
Well,
Whoa. Heavy hack.
Close.
Whoa.
Whoa. Up.
Up.
Well. No.
Well.
No.
Whoa. Hang on. A little swivel in behind there. Sit.
Okay. That's low? Yeah.
Eric?
Valley. Straight, honey?
Yeah, really. Jesus. I wonder if the other two curled too much.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we got him.
See Don Walchuk being asked to play a little race takeout here. This will allow Glenn Howard then to use those guards. He'll play a draw. The question is whether he goes around the corner or around the center. Regardless of the result here from Walchuk.
Well,
Down normal.
well,
Up.
well,
Up.
clean.
Clean.
Walchuk trying to drive his own back onto the Glenn Howard rock, sitting in behind it, and he successfully does it to lie 3.
Straight, though. I mean, I think I like that.
That might be tough to finish.
Yeah.
This will.
Anybody got a feel for this one? What do you think?
I've shown us a couple times.
Yeah.
What do you want to know?
I'm afraid that might not be enough. Give me more. More again.
This shot selection is determined by the spot in the ice that they think they're going to get the most amount of curl.
Hard. Gotta go. Go. Hard. Go. Go hard. Hard. Go.
It's all about line.
Hard. going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Go, go, go. Go, 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 go. Spin it. Go, 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 go.
You're right, a lot of movement there.
Good job, guys. I tried.
A couple ounces more weight probably would have gotten by.
We're going to get that one by. Gee, that good. Yeah. Slower out there?
Would have
been okay, though, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah, you're there. I'm just wondering why, just because I'm throwing it, that's all.
Yeah, no, I feel normal. I laid her down.
Did you?
Yeah. I worked with it, though. I slid out.
Can't afford to draw. We got to hit it. Sticking around doesn't even help us much. Oh, play it safe.
Kevin Martin wastes very little time once he makes up his mind and settles into the hack. He's very quick.
Yes. Well. Good shot. Good shot. That's deep.
You try to go through there?
93% to 85%. Pretty impressive curling by the two.
Shall I go deep?
Yep. No, I said the big error for Glenn was the hit and roll out in the fourth end, and then otherwise he'd be at 90 as well.
What's he doing?
They're playing through the port.
Through that hole. Good luck.
There is the movement required to make the shot here.
Normal, guys.
Back?
Normal.
Yeah.
It is a tight
little more, Rich.
port that he's trying to come through.
More. Okay.
Taking enough ice, because if he's going to err on one side of that port or the other, he'd rather be on the Yellowstone that's in the house, and he'd still be able to roll in for Sean.
Whoa, a little bit more Richie's, yeah.
Whoa. Whoa.
Wait,
whoa. Whoa. What do you got? Whoa. Good. You're good. Good.
The line and the weight, both very critical here.
Yeah.
Is it starting to move too quickly?
Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
No, he gets through.
You want to take this deep so that Kevin Martin has a harder run-back attempt.
Shot.
They had to jump on that as it came in across the hog line. They thought it might just rub the guard, but they got it by.
That's about as good as that gets.
Good job.
That's a tough hole to come through.
No?
Okay. Wish he had that all week. All week would have been nice.
Well, at least it opens up your draw a little bit, too.
That's it. Kevin Martin trying to run his own at an angle back onto the shot stone.
Oh, never.
Nope. Ah, come on.
Will it curl enough? No. So a chance to get the deuce back and get back on even terms for Glenn Howard here on end number 7.
That was actually a fairly straightforward run back. I'm quite surprised that Kevin missed that.
Especially for Kevin, yes. He'll be disappointed. That was pretty easy.
You were here full on the last one. Was I?
Yeah.
And as I said at the beginning of this end, when you feel like you're outplaying an opposition, and now Glenn Howard has a very easy shot to tie the game. So the momentum here is really shifting.
I talked about the similarities of this game to the 1-versus-1 Page playoff game. It was 3-1 for Martin after 6 ends. Glenn Howard got a deuce on the 7th. 3-1, Kevin Martin leading this championship. Glenn Howard drawing for a deuce here on 7.
So exactly right. Then Glenn held him to 1 and took 2 coming home. You know, it's easy math. It's hard to do against Kevin Martin, though. It's hard to take those deuces.
Close. Yep.
Weight's good.
Gotta go.
Yep. Yeah.
This is curling.
Hard. Go.
She's by.
Once again, tap those sweepers on the back. Good brushing by Lang and Saville.
So Glenn Howard finally gets a deuce, and with 3 ends remaining, this championship final in Kamloops in the Strauss Canada Cup. 3-3 the score, and I'm sure the plan here for Glenn Howard without last rock, try and hold Kevin Martin to a single point on the 8th. Do what he did in the 1-versus-1 game, blank 9, and try for 2 on the 10th. The format for the Strauss Canada Cup as far as the financial rewards are concerned, for each victory leading up to the championship game, $750 is the payout, and then for the champion, $33,500. The runner-up, $22,000.
Couple old guys giving her there. Not bad, eh?
Basically, the difference between this and the 1-versus-1 page playoff game is that Kevin Martin wasn't able to score a deuce. He had single points in getting a 6-1 lead through, or a 3-1 lead through 6 ends before when Howard got his deuce in the 7th.
Yeah, you see that?
Should have actually thrown it in here, right?
Brown. Line's good. Brown. Line's good. Yep. Yep.
Line only.
No, line's good. Yep. Yep. Gotta go. Gotta go.
Hard. Hard. Bump it a bit.
Just looking for this little freeze tap.
What?
Good shot.
Made perfectly.
Hey? Yeah, we can blank 9, I guess. You see me throw those doubles? Hey, did you see that?
Yeah.
Ah, man. Richard Hart.
Quiet. He's just got to stop acting so surprised when he makes them. That's
Hart. Hart. Line's good. Wait only.
Hard, 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 hard.
Hard! Hard!
A little light. Just light. Oh.
And in addition to picking up a first-place check for $33,500, the winner of this event has the opportunity to come back next year and try again.
What are we playing?
And that's significant because it's not just the type of bonds where you can enter. You have to qualify for, and the top 8 teams in the Canadian team ranking system are the ones that are awarded berths in this event. So it's really tough to get an entry into this Canada Cup.
Because of the Olympic Games this year and playdowns taking place at different times,
Want to go, Ben?
Whoa, you can't.
the event was moved away from the March date
Still can't.
following the Brier of last year. Next year, they will go back to playing the event in March following the Brier.
Rich.
There's a commitment to stage this Canada Cup through 2009. That's good news for all the top competitive curlers in the country. They all seem to really enjoy playing in the Strauss Canada Cup.
Well, Strauss Herb Company does such a great job for the players and treats everyone so well.
Even knows
it's turned into one of the premier events in the country.
Quiet boards.
Okay, go ahead. Yep.
Bolt. Bolt.
Yep. Oh. Beauty, Carter.
That's a very nice shot.
Nice shot.
Hack weight. A little bit of movement to the center line.
Draw the button. Don't see anything else.
Takes away the tap on the red stone.
What could go wrong?
So for Brent Lang, he now will attempt to draw down to the stone at the back of the button.
He has to be very careful here. If he's heavy, it rubs off one of the along that center.
Oh, Brown.
He'll leave Kevin Martin
Looks heavy. A little heavy. Not bad.
Looks
real heavy.
Line only. Line only.
Line's good. Line's good. Oh, wow. Can't go. Don't go.
See it.
Okay.
Your pocket?
It's not horrible.
Fine, he can't go anywhere now.
If Carter Reifkoff comes a little deep, there's room for 2 rocks still to get to the pin. So Kevin Martin would like to see this stop at the top of the button.
Quiet.
Not fast.
Quiet.
Line's real good.
Gotta go wait.
Get it here.
How's line?
Go hard, come on.
How's line?
Hard line. Line's getting tight.
Weight's good.
Line's getting real tight. Come on. Come on. Hard. Hard. If you get by, hard. Keep going. Keep going.
Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Rubbed off the redstone at the top of the 4.
A double available now for Richard Hart. See if, see me making those doubles. He's going to have to make one here. Yellow to yellow is definitely available.
Double any good or no?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Definitely.
What is it, a quarter? Yeah. You like that?
Don't mind that.
Okay.
I think Glenn's first instinct
Well,
was
we had to get by.
to draw down there, but this is definitely there for Richard Hart. Make this slash double.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Close. Yes! Wow.
Well, you heard him make a comment to his teammates earlier.
Whoa.
Have you seen me make all those doubles? He gets just a piece of the back rock, but they do have shot stone.
You know, if he feathered the yellow another quarter-inch in lie 2, it would have been really, really good. As it is, it's a pretty good shot. But he would have loved to get that yellow stone out of the 4-foot. You're talking about an eighth of an inch of curl.
So no real advantage here for either team yet. This is crunch time. They need to make these freezes or freeze taps. And we talked about deliveries earlier. The Walchuk is not one that I want young people to model themselves off after. See, it just turns his very unorthodox.
All there, back 8.
Foot in,
Line's a little tight. Back 8.
but he's again so consistent and has done it his whole life that he's able to compensate. This is very, very tight on line.
Hard. Hard, 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 hard. Come hard, come on. Come on. Okay. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Great brushing.
That brushing really paid off as he comes down to tap back the redstone. The lie shot.
And as you can see, there's still room there for one more rock to get in the top tee line a little tap with the right line.
Well, the same.
Great brushing again.
Same goes off our own.
I was kind of thinking about that.
Yeah,
We get a few more options with the freeze, don't we?
Don Bartlett is he's
What do you think?
a real card.
What do you like? Freeze is pretty good, isn't it? Freeze is pretty good.
Yep.
You know, even a foot short, isn't that okay?
Yeah. Yeah. That's fine.
So as we get later in this end, Team Howard needs to decide whether it's okay just to hold Kevin Martin to 1 point. Just make a freeze. They don't have to go hard for anything spectacular.
Nope. Room.
Round.
Nope. No. Only if it's light. Line's good. No. Room.
All there.
Close. Yep. Yeah. Yep. Hard. Hard. Go. Hard. Hard.
Wait there.
Whoa. Wait there. Whoa.
Good looking shot here.
Whoa, then. Whoa. Whoa.
He's got a beauty.
Get in there.
That's a great shot.
Way to go, guys. Nice shot.
Good shot.
Yeah.
Great.
Good.
You can see probably half of this. Yeah, well,
A little less than that.
third. See all you need anyways to make it. How about peel the top red? Was it top red's not really, well, I don't know, if you can hit it, it's all good.
Can't see very much, can you? No, half.
Trying to make the double. It's another slash double.
The question is if they can see enough past that yellow guard to make this shot.
Trying to hit this here, send it across the top of that redstone, and this one should spin out as well. I think we can see enough to make it. There's probably see enough to jam it, actually.
This is the type of shot where Don Walchuk has earned his reputation as one of the top thirds in the country.
Keep going. Nice shot.
Yeah. That hit, Kurt.
I think we got it up here.
We've got all those rocks moving. Throwing the big weight really tight to this yellow guard. Gets all those red rocks moving.
Anywhere on the inside of it, eh?
And actually,
Great shot.
it is a good shot. It got on one lonely red one now left.
Go in there, I think it's better.
He can't do anything with that.
He's got that. If we freeze in there, it's better, yeah. That way it's top red's still locked in there.
Even into here, good.
Problem is it gives him the freeze, but we'll get the force, too.
If he comes deep, I can go on top. We'll do two in there. I like it.
Right deep?
Well.
Just go
Yeah, just go right back to it. Should be room for us.
He goes on and we go on? Okay.
No?
Situation's pretty good here for Glenn Howard.
Okay.
Although Kevin got those rocks moving. You see those two yellow stones in the back of the rings.
Yeah. Son of a gun, eh?
They are catchers for that red stone at the side of the button.
Yeah.
Glenn Howard's just going to freeze down to those two yellow stones at the back. And, Kevin goes in a bit of trouble.
Four is pretty good.
Okay. Hey, you want us to stay right back to those?
Right, T-line's real good, too. But back four doesn't hurt us. That's all I'm getting at.
Okay.
The mistake here would be to leave it almost in the same spot that it was and leave another double for Kevin. They want to make sure they get past their stone at the top of the button.
Get a second shot in there so that the red rock isn't so lonely. And as you said, then Kevin Martin has to make a decision on how much risk he's willing to go for to try to get more.
Hard!
Final me!
Great
Again, another great job of brushing to keep the stone on line.
Great brushing.
Good scrubbing, boys. Talk to go.
Shot.
Thanks, Richie.
And they worked this one hard almost the whole way down, but it was just bending so hard.
I would go there.
Wrapped right around the guard.
Wondering why you were sweeping it early.
Yeah.
And then it landed and go.
Temperatures.
Good throws.
And everybody talks about what the difference is between the men's and the women's game, and this is what the difference is right there. Lang and Saville, the men sweepers, just can make more of a difference on carrying a rock or keeping it straighter. And that's the difference between men and women when we curl. I've always said the way you even it up is you have the women sweep for the men throwing and the men sweep for the women, and that would make a fairer game than anything else.
Back 12. Yep. Back 8, back 12.
Oh, room.
Clean, yep. It'll finish. Hard. Still back 8. Hard.
Trying to follow this.
Yep. Whoa.
Rock right down to the back.
He was even tighter to that Yellowstone than was Glenn Howard. And he comes down on top of it to my shot.
Right on top. I guess he drills it, though, eh? See that? You go right there. He drills it to the tree. I like the guard.
Oh, he's going to drill it.
You're there. He hammers that. That's gone.
That all goes.
Well, that should go too, though. It's only for one, isn't it?
Still, he can't miss it. If we put our rock there, right? Anywhere high. If we go short, what's he got?
What did he do?
He's gonna run that in, I guess. Can we take both of them away?
Past that one.
Like there. And then if he runs that in there, still only one, right?
Why don't we discard?
Or do you want to just go short? I don't like coming in. No, it's not.
Problem, we're looking at this, eh? You go here, hammers that.
Right? Why don't we discard?
We're looking at that.
We're worried about...
It's still as we want, I think.
Well, he'd hammer that in then, I think, eh?
Unless I got it right into here.
Which is possible. That's what you did last time.
Isn't bad.
I don't like it.
What happens if you have to leave it here, though?
It's awful.
Oh, you can't leave it there. It's almost impossible to leave it there. The guard's fine.
I like the guard. Let him run it. I don't know.
Give him that shot for two.
Why can you not go over here?
Well, the perfect world will be right here.
All right, let's try to get it there.
I can't get it there.
Yeah.
Right, I can't get it there.
Well, how about this? How about?
Well, his problem. The other thing is, if I go there, he could run it into there.
Want to call timeout?
Yeah, call time. Time time?
I like going for it.
I'm thinking that too.
We papered there.
We go there though. We go there. And
Well, he got there with back line.
Yeah, so if we get to the same spot, it's no good.
It's not bad.
Even if we do get across, he could probably still drill it out.
We have to cross a...
Right?
Cross
Even
it,
if you
don't
get it an inch across, he probably still makes it.
But I'm worried, Rich, if I go here. Even if I go here, can he, and he's
That's
not worried,
awful. Then if
and
he
he
makes
runs
this.
into that, and he gets a bunch.
Yeah, but that's tougher than that. Let's throw the guard and let him run that in. That should be for 2, right?
Oh yeah, it's definitely for 2.
Yeah, not
Can't-
3
can't
though.
hurt himself.
Not 3 though.
Can't
right?
hurt himself.
I guess it could be for 3. Onto there, onto there.
A couple ways to
I'd say
make
we
it
go
too.
here.
You're the boss.
You don't like that?
How about this?
You could tap that.
Oh, I don't like that.
You got to chip and go though.
No, I don't like that.
He's pretty good. Okay. Where are you going? You're going in? Okay.
I'm kind of with Richard. I don't like coming in at all. I think you play the guard and let Kevin have the run back. But Glenn Howard's elected to play the come around.
So
What are you
he's
talking
elected to
about?
come in, wants to come in right into there,
Cam was.
and he's worried about what he's leaving
guarding,
off of
we're coming
this.
in.
And
That's
the
good,
other
man.
shot that Kevin Martin has is the raise over here, and that's why Richard Hart liked playing the guard.
This is a very dangerous shot. May leave Kevin a very easy double for 2 or 3 points.
Glenn Howard's final stone on this 8th end and a 3-3 tie.
Like to go.
Yep. Yep. Go. What do you got? Yep. Line's good.
Have a look.
Yes. Yes.
Their major concern in plotting the shot they were going to play here is what they might leave Kevin Martin for his final stone.
Got to go to get by.
Again, great job of brushing to get it by.
Good shot. That's I don't hate it there.
Hey? You kidding me? It's pretty good.
I think that worked out pretty well for Glenn Howard.
And again, Lang and Saville dragged that rock down the ice.
Real. It curls early and straightens right up.
Yeah, if he's any shorter at all.
That worked out really well.
Zilch and nothing.
Can be 1 for Kevin Martin, unless he tries
Guess
something.
you catch a piece of the button right here.
Okay.
All 4 members came down to take a look at all the angles. And you heard Carter Rycroft say, we got zero zilch and nothing. Just riff.
Richie.
Well, then if you lock it in there, he has to play that, right?
He has to, but if it's in on line,
Yeah, I guess.
if that comes in there, look at the line.
Yeah, no, it is. That's true. It is on a great line.
Will that bend enough to catch a piece of the button?
It may. The risk here is that it overbends and you rub that red one on the way by.
Tap the red in
But
for shot.
you're going to listen to Don and Carter talk to Walchuk in the house saying to let him know what the weight is. If it's over curling, they're going to have to get off and let it stop.
No, we're there. I think we're there. Give it a chance. I think we're there. A lot of room. Well, give it a chance.
This is way out in the edge of the
Give it
door.
a chance. All there for weight. All there for weight. Sweep for the tee. All there for weight. Sweep for the tee.
To curl.
Close
Sweep
for
for the tee.
line.
Come on. Come on. Come on. Looking pretty good.
They have to get a piece of the button. Are they going to be successful?
Crooked in.
Just coming up short.
That was tough.
That was a very difficult shot.
Rich, one.
Yeah, one, yeah.
But it's a single point for Kevin Martin and a 4-3 lead with 2 ends remaining. But for Glenn Howard, the important thing, he now has last rock. And put the opening ceremonies for the 2006 Winter Olympic Games on CBC television. 5 days away. They get underway at 1 Eastern time. Brian Williams and Peter Mansbridge will bring it all to you. That's on Friday at 1 Eastern time on CBC television. Last evening, the BC provincial government held a send-off for the Olympic teams, the Paralympic squad, and the men's and women's Canadian representatives. Nancy Green, an Olympic gold medalist from 1968 in Grenoble, was there and also spoke to the gathering. A nice celebration, a nice send-off for Brad Gushue and Shannon Kleibrink as they head off to the Olympic Games.
Hard it tight. Hard, guys. Good sweeping.
Draw open? Whatever.
Take the spot that girls.
much more interesting last 3 ends here.
Glenn Howard with two good results here. Take 2 or blank the end.
Well, mine's good. Mine's real good. Mine's real good.
We'll make a decision 3 or 4 stones into this end and see where the rocks are situated.
What?
Sit down.
Good.
Kevin Martin really would just love to force Glenn Howard to take a single point here in 9.
Scatter the blind.
Yeah, those are the 2 options available for Howard. As you said, Martin looking to hold Howard to 1 or steal 1 himself. So looking for lots of rocks in play.
Quiet.
Go then.
The Paralympic team at the reception last night represented by Jerry Ausgarten of West Bank, Gary Cormack of Surrey, and Vernon Sonia G'day.
No line.
Along with the coach Joe Ray from Prince George, and the Paralympics.
No, it's not going to curl enough.
With curling making its debut, take place in Torino March 10th to the 19th.
Skip Chris Daw and Karen Blatchford I know very well. They're playing a bonspiel every year in Toronto, benefiting the Canadian Paraplegic Association. They had their team in the bonspiel about a month ago at St. George's, and we raised about $125,000 for the CPA, that one-day event.
No line,
and of course, they were unable to attend the reception last night.
They're from Ontario, yeah.
Yep.
You want it in?
Yep. Go.
Sure.
Yep.
Very skilled athletes. I've played a few ends of wheelchair curling, and Chris handled me pretty easily, I must say. And they play without sweeping, of course, and the skill to throw draws and hits is incredible from the Paralympians. If you ever get a chance to go watch them curl, it's pretty impressive.
Well, the 3 members of the team who were here for the send-off
Mine's good. We're
put
fine.
on a demonstration last night
We're there.
at the Interior Savings Center, and I think the spectators who were in attendance were quite impressed with their abilities.
Yep. Shot, Carter.
Very nice shot by Carter Rycroft.
Hey, we're looking great. Okay.
Same shot Brent Lang played in the second.
Try to get to the inside. No. That's not bad either. You like that?
Yeah, whatever you think.
The double peel there at the top? That's tough. It's there, though. Half a rock. Keeps the blank alive a bit, that's all. Don't mind that.
Any ideas?
Fine, sure.
What did you say I got to hit?
3/4?
Yeah, everything's going this way, right? Yeah.
You see how much input Richard Hart has in the decision-making on this team. Richard has played with Glenn for the last 5 years and really helped Glenn make that transition from playing long-time third for his brother Russ to Skip.
Okay.
Doubled the guards.
That's good news. Now Glenn Howard's going to be chasing a little bit this end. He's going to have to make some sort of raised double to have a chance to blank or score 2. Bit of a mistake there from Brent Lang.
Well, you heard the reasoning for calling the double peel, and that is they were going to try to bang away and keep the blank alive.
Clean it. It's going to line should be plenty.
It's going to curl a lot.
Good.
Nice shot. Very nice.
This is the shot where the decision will be made. Do they play the run back or play a freeze?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Looks like the run back is the
Bigger
call.
ringer. Nose looks real close, eh?
Yeah.
Hair high.
Brent Lang can throw the big weight accurately as well.
Yep. Hard. Yep. Hard. 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 Go. Go.
Under the guard. Oh, he came close to getting all 3 stones out of there.
really
Might
close.
be able to get to the inside, but just freeze one in here.
Kevin Martin wants Don Walchuk to freeze one on top of the two stones sitting on the button. Martin has shot rock. His objective here, of course, on end number 9, leading by a point, is to steal.
Just there.
Yeah, just there for weight.
Or hold Howard to 1 point.
Gotta go little.
Either of those 2 goals would be acceptable.
Room. You gotta
Let it go.
Hey, weight's not bad. We're all there.
Let it go.
Line's good now. Freeze it. Let's go. Let's go. Hard. Hard, Carter. Come on. Beauty, Don.
And I always chuckle when I hear Don Bartlett cheerleading. So often, as he's sweeping, he's encouraging
Look at that with
his
board or
teammates to
normal?
sweep harder. It's a great shot.
Oh, yeah? Whip it. Right in the nut would be good.
Oh, okay. Board here.
I like that.
I need a bit more for that. Yeah, that looks a little tight.
Let's go normal.
I like board better.
Yeah.
Interesting they're throwing the different turn here. Brent Lang threw his in turn. Richard Hart now going to left-handed in turn. In the exact same spot.
Wow. Middle up.
Whoa.
Wow.
Close. Whoa.
Yep.
Whoa.
Trying to drive his own back into
Whoa,
the
whoa,
2 yellows
whoa.
belonging to Martin, sitting on the edge of the button.
To pick his own.
He moves the Yellowstone off the button, but also takes his own out of there, and Martin is left flying too.
That's right.
Choke it off. Or right on top again, either or. Yeah, the only problem with that is if he makes it, of course, right? Sticks it. He can make it with that too, eh? Yeah. Yeah, I guess he plays that next. He makes contact. That's not too good. Well, freeze one in here? I think we got to go in. You like this? I'll try my best to line it up on this one. Out turn? Yeah.
Glenn Howard's now trying to figure out a way he can make sure he scores. This is getting to a point where, you know, good freeze in here from Don Walchuk will really put Team Howard in a bind.
He'll have some sort of hit and roll off of the Yellowstone on the 4th.
Gotta go. Flight. Gotta go.
But if this
Through.
freezes
Gotta
put
go
on,
real
then
hard.
it can be
Okay.
used by
Not bad.
Martin
Come
to
on.
advance
Gotta
their own
go.
as well.
Well, yep.
Come on.
Line only. Line only.
Whoa. Fine.
Line only.
Whoa.
A little panic initially on the part of the Martin team, but
No.
pretty good shot by Walchuk.
I'll say no panic from Don Bartlett. He knew exactly where that rock was going to stop.
I thought I threw a lot less.
All right.
No choice but the raised double here. Now Richard Hart looking
Couldn't
to
quite
stick
finish
this
enough, eh?
cleanly. Get on the nose. Can throw a little more weight this time. Try to get some yellows moving.
Yes. Yep. Hard. Whoa. Hard.
Again, Hart trying to drive his own back into the Yellowstones.
Come on. Fuck off.
Gets a jam, and Martin lies too.
Getting
Close.
there. Good throw, Richie. Christmas tree. Good guard. He's going around in turn, eh? Huh?
Oh, I like the
Christmas tree.
Yeah, right. That one's for Joan, eh?
I think it was Kim Kelly who introduced that expression, wasn't it?
Wait.
Colleen Jones?
Colleen
give him
Jones'
this.
team, yep. The overlapping bows
If you...
of the
guard,
Christmas tree.
he goes there and we can't get at it, eh?
Mike, you up to the draw?
Sure.
Okay.
They like to draw this in,
Fine.
get it half covered.
Yep.
And let's see how I do here. This will be interesting. and basically you leave it half covered, each covering half of their stone. So got a half a Christmas tree. That wasn't bad.
That's pretty good.
Well, center line's more important.
The big thing here is that they don't want to guard their stone at the top 4 foot perfectly, because Glenn Howard's going to play the in-turn draw, and they'll have no raise to remove it. By Christmas treeing, they'll have that little slash shot on the stones at the top of the 4 foot to remove Glenn Howard's stone on the button.
T-line. Okay. T-line. See it a bit more, maybe. Whoa. Sir, now where's it at now? Definitely T-line. Definitely T. Back four. Back four. Yep. Little roll. Hard. Hard. Okay. I don't know how much you want to spring out there. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Not bad. Not bad.
Should have hit it a little more. Then it doesn't spill out as much.
That's not bad.
Just a little too much weight. Glenn Howard's going to
I mean, even if you get that one,
try to come into that shot.
Yeah, but if you knows and he knows, we're done. Aren't we?
Run this guard into those other two.
Hey?
Hey?
Yeah.
A couple noses aren't
Sticking on the side one?
The best I can do is nose, Rich.
Yeah?
Yeah, you're right.
Well, maybe we should play another shot then.
Could try and run them all. If I miss, we're pooched.
For technical terms, Glenn Howard's using it. He's looking at playing the raise back triple.
Yeah.
Because it's tough.
Or even if you ran into those two and rolled off a bit.
I don't like it. I like hitting this.
I'm not rolling anywhere, and then he knows again. I'm not coming off that one, aren't I?
Yeah. Probably.
Yeah, I don't think you can do anything off that one on the center line.
They're really close together, though. Yeah, he could set up triple.
Let's do that. What? Yours.
Nose.
A little hack later on the nose.
Yeah, it might. You might have.
Yep.
He just hits in 8.
Does this double do you any good, and then you get the raise in your last?
And a nose hit it.
Oh, I guess he just knows.
He hits lives, too.
What are you throwing, hack?
Yeah.
Not a good situation here for Glenn Howard. He's hoping to leave some sort of triple after he knows
more,
and Kevin knows there may be something there to get all 3 of the yellows, but definitely in trouble here.
I think at this point at the end, he needs to make a shot that he'll have an easier shot for 1 point. And you know, throw out the idea of getting 2 whatsoever.
Whoa.
Well.
Whoa.
Just tack. Well.
Yep.
Well.
Desperately trying to get one here and then steal on the 10th.
No.
Back on.
Shot. Shot.
Yeah, I'll try to make that double here, Don.
Kevin's choosing to hit and roll away here, which I'm sure makes Glenn happy. He'll have a draw.
Yeah.
Try to make the double on the reds.
Okay.
If Kevin ever knows hit this Glenn Howard would be in serious difficulty.
A little more ice
on.
on.
The button's easy, but if he knows hits it, there's no in-turn draw available.
Be a little play off of the red or the yellow stone.
Well, Kevin was talking about doubling the 2 reds out of there, the one just thrown by Glenn Howard and the one sitting at the back, and he gets them both.
Good.
Hard, she's yelling hard. Okay, no,
hey?
He's the same.
Well, he's going there and throwing a little in out.
Yeah.
Very nice.
We got to go out here somewhere.
I think so.
Oh, we've seen a lot of those slash doubles in this game, haven't we?
We have.
Tie ball game. Heck of a game again with him, hey? Every time. Right to the wire.
Just concerned about how much this is going to curl. Remember we got out in the ocean there the last time, went off the planet. That should be enough, though.
Yeah, that's
like a foot more than they were taking.
Talking about the amount of curl when they go out wider. They've been burned a couple of times in this game on this side of the sheet.
There appears to be a point somewhere in the middle of that 8 foot where it'll really curl hard.
Got to draw full 4.
Glenn Howard with his final stone of the ninth, looking at 2 Kevin Martin rocks. He's trailing by a point.
I got a hair heavy. You?
That's good.
No, I think it's good.
He needs full 4 to be on even terms heading to the 10th without
good.
last rock.
Right on the tee, guys. Yep.
They're working this.
Yep.
Working it hard.
Go.
Have they got it there?
Hard.
It looks good.
Great brushing.
Again, another outstanding job by Lang and Saville to get it there for the point that ties the game through 9. Kevin Martin with last rock advantage. Gave his name in the Canada Cup for the second time. He won it last year, defeating Randy Ferbey by a score of 6-5 after Ferbey had won the first 2 championships, defeating John Morris both times in 2003 and 2004.
Easy. Lots.
Definitely over.
Lots. Just over.
Whoa. No.
Glenn Howard will be looking for the double center guard, throw one very high, and then the next one come around it and leave a tight guard.
Good shot, Seth.
Shot, Craig.
I'm sliding straight today. I don't have to fall down.
Really?
It's really awkward, though.
Yeah, I know. It's really weird.
And now Kevin Martin will attempt that very delicate little chip shot on that stone. He can't take it out of play, but he can move it.
Just through. Yeah, I got no line. No line at all. We're supposed to the nose.
Yep.
Hard.
Both skips following that stone down.
Well, I don't know if we wanted to go
Will be replaced.
They're exactly splitting center. Both teams are cheering for the same thing.
And the stone just delivered by Bartlett, of course, is removed.
Yeah, it's not
We
bad.
remind you that following Canada Cup curling, the Four Continents Figure Skating Championships from Colorado Springs. It gets underway at 3:30 Eastern Time.
Round. Lot of round. Yep. Just short. Line's real good. Boom. Yep. Hard.
Nice perfect. Go farther. Yeah.
Oh. Great shooting, Savvy.
Two wonderful shots there from Craig Saville.
It is very tough to do to throw those two guards in that order. Many teams will throw the tight one first with the danger that the opposition might just bump in and hit it on the next one.
Fine with me. Put it up by the broom, Kevin. Or the rock, I mean. Got you. Thanks.
I think Kevin knew what he was saying.
It's good to know he's aiming at the broom. Going to try to throw some hair less weight and let it curl across the face.
Stay close, clean. Same weight.
Of that Glenn Howard guard.
These little tip shots can be very difficult to execute.
Clean it. Yep.
He's got it this time.
Hard.
Trying to remove his shooter from play.
Job done.
It's interesting the strategies that are used by some teams. You know, when Jeff Stoughton won the Brier a few years ago, Steve Gould made that tick shot look very, very easy. And some teams really tried that a lot. In the last few years, Randy Ferbey's defense has been going into the top 8 foot, and a lot of the teams will go right in first. And so Kevin's gone back to that tick shot attempt. So it really just depends on the preference of the team. But in the last few years, it seems that everyone goes in first into the top 8 foot.
I agree, Mike. We were talking about that on our team as well, especially in the women's side this year, and I think this fall, and people have been playing with a lot of rocks in play, and we went in. Our oppositions went in rather than try to play that tick shot twice.
It's just over.
Whoa! You mentioned Jeff Stoughton, runner-up to Brad Goucher at the Olympic trials in Halifax, and the #1 seed in the Manitoba men's playdowns. And it was here in Kamloops in 1996 where Jeff Stoughton won the Brier.
I picked in my hand coming out.
So Jeff Stoughton certainly has some fond memories of this interior saving center.
Now the peel gets a little tricky here because there are more rocks in play, one on either side of the house, so there's lots to bang off of.
Oh. Yep.
So just watch where the rock they're hitting goes.
Atta boy.
Worked out perfect.
Got rid of two sitting out front.
Right.
Now Glenn Howard is trying to keep these guards as far apart as possible. A nice high guard. Keep the two center line guards at least 8-10 feet apart to make the double very difficult for Kevin Martin. The raised straight back double, that is. If he does make the double, the shooter would have to stay on the center line.
There's a difference of $11,500 between first and second place in the Canada Cup.
Close.
These guards are so hard to place. They're hard to sweep because you might hog it if you let it go.
Go!
And as you said, Mike, you're trying to get as much space in between the guards without hogging it.
Go! You got it. You got it. You got it. Good sweep.
So you hear the panic in their voice. You're fooling around with only a couple of
Low dressing.
I'd rather hog it to lose than
just
get
as tough as drawing the button.
Yeah, it's too flashy.
Yep.
Just a straight single peel here for Rycroft.
Yeah, Kevin Martin's waiting to get those stones about 2 or 3 feet apart, get a little mistake out of Glenn Howard, or maybe just a slight angle where he could make a double and roll out.
If you draw the button, even if it's open, it's on the tee line, he's going to peel the back.
Yeah. Or you leave it right to the end.
Because he likes the high one.
Richard doesn't want to throw them.
Richard's looking for a hit.
Aggressive here or what?
Take your time, man. You got 7 minutes.
Yeah, but over.
Let's make it.
I think that was a good analogy, Mike, when you said this. Making that high guard is the same as drawing to the button. You've only got a small range to get to.
It's almost tough because if you're a foot short, you hog it. You know, it's really a tough shot.
That's over.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not too hard. Pretty good.
Whoa. Whoa. Good. Mine's good. Whoa. Get over curl a bit. Whoa. Heavy. Get over curl a bit.
Not very heavy.
Just over curl a hair.
It's going to hit one of his scratches. It'll be good.
They shooting.
Good shot.
That's a great shot.
Easy.
Apparently. Even if it picks in your hand.
You're going too fast. That's what you're pumping. You got to slow yourself down.
You'll double pump, eh? Like in basketball, when the guy gets the hand up.
Very tense front end.
I would say whole team, really.
Have to learn how to relax a little more.
They're so laid back.
Clean.
Yep.
More, Langer. More room. No. A little more room. Actually, not bad. No, here more. Okay, clean. Still pretty high. Clean it, though. Clean it. Mine's real good. Whoa. Mine's real good. Split the line. Whoa.
Yeah,
Whoa.
Still slide.
Whoa.
Nice touch.
Boy, Rich. Nice shoot.
Boy, Rich.
Kind of a tough situation here for Team Howard. If you're waiting for a missed peel by Don Walchuk, you know, I don't like those odds.
Well, the good news is those guards are so far apart. There's no double. You know, Glenn Howard, I think, will probably try the guard again, and then go around on his last. It's not a terrible situation though for Glenn. It's as long as they can keep Kevin Martin from making the double and cleaning out the center, they're in pretty good shape. It becomes a one-on-one situation. And remember, that in-turn spot is where Glenn Howard threw those two great come-arounds in the 8th end. He knows how to get to the top of the button on that in-turn side. The question is, do you go now or do you go on your last?
They're going to call a timeout and try and figure out exactly what to do.
Just stick around
And that's the decision.
Are they quitting?
Apparently he doesn't have a plan.
You guys shake hands?
If we go, if we guard it, we could probably go, right?
He is?
Yeah, what do you think? Is he going to go in if we throw the guard in?
I think we have to go.
I think he has to go down, doesn't he?
I think that's all right.
Problem is, we're giving him the shot we don't want him to throw, the double.
We'll make it now.
Go around.
Go around.
Go around, see what happens, cross your fingers.
He'll drill it in there and hope that he rolls off, and we'll draw the side of the floor and cross
And
his
hope he
fingers.
misses, yeah.
Mind you, if I throw the long guard and he throws a bad one.
Well, I know that.
See, well, you're hoping
Yeah, but at least you
either
got
way,
to pull
though,
the
right?
shot. You're
I guess
hoping him
you
to miss, right? He's more likely to
Then
miss
he gets
the
it
draw.
for free, right? If he misses a draw once, he'd rather be his last one, right?
Right.
If he misses on his first, he probably won't miss it again on his second. We'd have
He might not have it, though,
He
right?
might not, but whatever.
That's all right.
It appears the decision is to go around.
They don't want to leave Kevin two opportunities. Don't give him a practice draw. So they're going to go around,
Same
try to
draw
get to the top of the button. Kevin's going to, you expect him to play the run back, and then you hope that he doesn't make the run back, and either that or leave the guard again, give you another chance to come around.
A little more.
I think in this situation there is no right call. That's why they had the timeout and discuss it. You know, half the competitive teams out there would throw the guard and half would come in on this shot.
Close.
Coming down.
Close.
Oh, there still.
Line heavy. Still all there. Close, though. Well. Yep. Yes. Hard. There. Hard. Hard. Whoa. Whoa.
But I think it was pretty good analysis on the part of the Howard team. They didn't want to give Kevin Martin a practice draw. But this one would have been better a little higher.
You know what? It's not bad, though. It's got a piece of the button.
Just a foot too much weight.
Kevin's trying the run back. You almost hope that he makes the double if you're Glenn Howard. That stone is 6 inches too deep. Make the run back and leave the guard and let you go around to the top of the button on your next one.
Trying to run back the Howard stone onto the rock, sitting on the button. Oh, he just caught a corner of it.
Geez, we've missed a pile of them like that, eh?
Try. You want to come in or not?
Same scenario. What do you want to do? You got a plan?
He has to play that draw.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think he'll play a double unless it's a two-footer. Do you?
I think if it's in the house,
Started perfectly top 8.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to lose by 2?
Yeah. Gotta make respect.
Let's take a bit of our time.
Well,
I like that, don't you? He can't play the double.
Just get it online, right?
To me, the draw's circle.
Tighter top.
Problem is,
So what are you saying then here? Like tighter, guard the button, and make him throw this turn?
He has to draw it back.
What do you guys like?
I think you go in.
Yeah.
Not quite that far. Just biting, top 12.
Top 12, I think.
Right there, just bite the line.
You want to give him
Too close,
you want
he
to give
plays
him
the
the
double.
high side? Yeah.
What's that?
You want to give him the high side, like show him a quarter rock, third rock? Sure. And guard the draw. It makes the draw that much tougher. The rock's over a bit, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
like right here then?
He's going to be following me, the intern here.
Yeah, you go in.
No, but if we got the rock over here a bit, the draw is a lot tougher. You know.
I agree with that.
Then it's a bit of a line shot too.
Let's go right here.
Just get it in front of ours.
Yeah, exactly.
The thing about throwing it in the rings is that it gives Kevin two options. You know, someone, if you throw a guard, Kevin doesn't have to think about it. He just goes down and throws the draw and is really focused. By coming into the top of the 8 wood, it gives Kevin two options and maybe puts a little doubt in his mind which one he wants to play.
I like that.
As Glenn says, you know, the draw is simple, and that's a draw mentality at work. And we'll see if Kevin plays the double. This draw comes top 8, but I wouldn't be surprised if Kevin played the double. It's such a strength of his game.
So what do you want, just bite the 8?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they're thinking that if they put this guard or this one in the top house on the center line, they'll force Martin to play the other turn and have a smaller area to make his shot perfect.
Okay.
Well, I think definitely if they cover the center line side of the zone, more likely that Kevin will play the double. So make him make a decision.
How's the line?
Wait,
Line only, wait.
Line only.
All the way in.
Oh. Little clean. Oh. Close. Clean. Over curling.
Oh, good.
Fully. Yep.
There, there.
Whoa, then.
Whoa.
Perfect shot.
They wanted it just at the back of the 12, and that's where it comes to rest. So now it's a draw attempt for Kevin Martin.
Shot.
He has to catch a piece of the button. And Glenn Howard will steal and become the new Canada Cup champion.
We've seen this draw several times during the game. Some big swing if you have sweepable weight. So he needs to be pretty close to perfect.
Yeah, we saw Glenn Howard throw this twice in the 8th, but Kevin Martin also threw it as well in the 8th end. Should really be familiar with the weight and the line.
Listen to Bartlett.
No, lot of room. It's all there. Line's real good. It's all there. Line's real good.
Line's real good.
Real good. It's all there.
They like the line. It's only a question now of weight. He has to almost get a piece of the button.
Bartlett is calling back 4.
Just for weight. Just for weight.
Will slow down in time. It's perfect. So Kevin Martin defends the championship he won a year ago, defeating Randy Furby by a score of 6-5, and it's a 5-4 victory over Glenn Howard for two-time Brier champion Kevin Martin. And he and Don Walchuk, Carter Rycroft, and Don Bartlett pick up $33,500 for the win.